Uh, I think there's an issue with the audio. Sorry.
What? No.
Now you're audible. Sorry.
There it ain't a stream unless there's an issue. Nah, it's all good. Hi there, I'm Cole, aka Ice Cold Brew. My pronouns are he, they, and for the next few hours, we will be playing Spoken Magic by Jill and Grinder, which can be found at anaris.itch.io. And actually, I think if I can just do this real quick.
There's an issue with the audio. Sorry.
Failed to update the game. There we go.
What?
No.
Anyhow,
audible.
Yeah, so our work can be found there, and we'll be playing this for the Roll Plus Bond 2nd anniversary stream. During the stream this weekend, we are raising money for the Native American Rights Fund, the oldest and largest nonprofit legal organization with a focus on asserting and defending the rights of Indian tribes, organizations, and individuals throughout America with a focus on 5 key areas. Preserve tribal existence, protect tribal natural resources, promote Native American human rights, hold governments accountable to Native Americans, and develop Native American law and educate the public about Native American rights, laws, and issues. You can find more about the NARF at narf.org or help us meet our fundraising goal this weekend at the Tiltify link provided below. Now, along with that, I would like to introduce the people who will be playing with me. First, I have Ely.
Hi, I'm Ely, pronoun she, her. You can technically find me at Hyphabole on Twitter. That's HYPHABOLE, though I don't tweet an awful lot. And you can find the one game that I've written and that I really need to update at illy.itch.io.
Followed by Cindy.
Yeah, I'm Cindy. I use she, her, and her pronouns. You can find the video games that I've made and hopefully at some point the tabletop RPGs I'm working on at cindy.fun. Yeah, that's it for me. That's Cindy with C-I-N-D-I, by the way.
Okay. We might need to turn everyone else up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. Am I quiet as well?
It might just be my audio that's quiet.
I think it's just Cindy.
I think it's just Cindy, yeah.
Okay.
I'll just turn the knob on my interface.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Cindy. And from there, we also are joined by Chris.
Hey, I'm Chris. I use she, her, and pronouns. You can find me on Twitter if for some reason you think that's a good idea at KNALLISO. And I just want to shout out real quick and acknowledgements, for supporting the Native American Rights Fund. So I just want to shout out the Anishinaabe tribe, Haudenosaunee, Huron-Wendat, and the Mississaugas of the New Credit Territory. Thank you for letting us be here at all.
So apparently I am a little bit quiet as well. Is that something I should be changing, or is that something Cindy can adjust?
Yeah, it makes you a bit louder.
Okay, thank you. How's this?
Apparently
chat?
I'd turned you down
1,
in Discord
2, 3. How's
at
it
some point in the
sounding?
past. But yeah, now you're at 100% again. So.
Okay.
Okay. We have the okay from chat right now. Perfect.
A+.
All right. And yeah, we're also joined by Adela.
Hi, I'm Adela. I use she, her pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at Aredel, AREDHEL__. And you can buy my games at flowerfay.itch.io and support my Kickstarter for my game about Will of the Wisps at kickstarter.com/projects/Adela/wisp-RPG. I would like to acknowledge that I am on the same land that Chris was acknowledging, and would also like to mention that we are also near the site of 1492 Landback Lane, where Six Nations land defenders have been protecting and occupying unceded land in Caledonia, Ontario, to protect from housing developers. It's been happening since July of last year, so please look it up to find out how you can show solidarity.
And just to also acknowledge from Austin, Texas, I'm currently living on the land of the Tonkawa, who lived in Central Texas and also had the Comanche and the Apache moving through the area as well. And I would like to acknowledge and thank them for allowing me to stay on this land. Now then, on to the game itself. We are playing Spoken Magic, and this is again a game by Dylan Grinder. It is a game about magical conduits exploring the land and through locations. Now then, before we can begin our
Quest?
So to start off, before we begin our quest, thank you, sorry. We went ahead and kind of jumped ahead a little bit, and we came up with some sorceress names for ourselves. And I'm also going to go ahead and take the time to divide out some cards. I need to really quickly just move a tab over real quick, because I have many of them at the moment. Okay, so before we start off, I'm going to deal everyone one Arcanum card. The Arcanum deck just dictates what kind of magic that you get. And basically from there, that's going to inform what kind of sorcerer's decisions we make as well. We also have these cards below. We'll be asking each other questions and help figuring out more about each other and what the deal with our magic is. So I'm going to send these out to everyone involved. Oh, whoops, there we go. All right, everyone should have their card. And we're going to start in reverse order. Dayla, could you tell us what kind of magic you have?
I have restorative magic.
Okay. Chris, what kind of magic do you have?
My words are elemental.
Ooh. Cindy, for you?
My words are profane.
Ely?
My words are formed from nothingness.
Nice. And my words are stolen.
Great.
So we have our sorceress names. We know what kind of magic we're casting. I think it would be a good time to go ahead and talk about what our sorceress names are, what our characters look like, and from there we're going to then divvy out cards to each other. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Back up. We're going to introduce our characters, and then we're going to ask every player one question. I think it's one question if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
Ask each player to tell you one thing about their character. You may let them tell you something of their choosing, or you may ask specific questions, such as, where did you learn your magic? Once your turn is complete, the next player does the same until all players have taken a turn. When you tell another player something about your character, write that information down on your index card. We might not be able to fit all the information on the Roll20 plate, but if I believe some of us have like docs open, or we can at least try to fit what we can. So,
I'm a little bit. Can I clarify?
Yeah.
When we introduce our character, then everyone else asks us a question, or we introduce our character and then ask other people questions.
Let's have everyone introduce their character
First.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my character's name is going to be Silcat Stanley. They, them. And they are they're just like little like cheeky kid. They've got like a little buck tooth on them. They have this really weird pink and red hair going on. And they just found this really neat hat one day. And yeah, they have these just big drapey robes that they wear, and it's much too big. Like it straight up looks like they were given by like an older sibling, or they took it from like a parent figure. Yeah. Ely, do you want to introduce your character next?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my character's name is Akilea Astaresi, but I go by Yarrow. they, them. And the general vibe for the look for me was like Ronja Rövardotter from the movie. What if she had the same thing going on as that kid from the Peanuts that always gets dirty, except it's twigs and leaves. So Yarrow's got like wild, messy, dark hair, and there's just always some forest stuff sticking to it. They're very more interested in nature and forest than in other people, and they're kind of glad to just hang out with the other kids, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Cindy, would you like to introduce your character?
Yeah, my character name is Finn. They use they, them pronouns. They're like a teen, 13, 14 years old. They have like black hair that's kind of half long. And they are always wearing a dino onesie, even though people always tell them that they're too old for it or whatever. Yeah.
Hello, Finn.
Love it. Chris, would you like to go next?
Sure. My character's name is Cece Sweet, she, her pronouns. Cece's look is very 80s rapper, so she's got an orange tracksuit, shell-toe sneakers, and then had like a classic wizard hat, but just like chopped the top off, and now it's a wide brim bucket hat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love it. Adela, would you like to introduce your character?
Sure. My character is Avenue Moon. She uses she, her pronouns and mostly goes by Moon. She looks like this specific cover of The Moor Child by Eloise McGrath. But if her hair was chopped off and she was wearing bright, colorful, patterned shirts, she also has butterflies and flowers in her hair and plays small bagpipes.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
Oh, also, she's the same age as Illy's character, who I don't know what age that is.
Yeah, it was thinking like 11, 12-ish, around
Okay.
there.
Yeah,
Maybe
so
13, that sort of range.
gotcha. So just to let the chat know as well, we did a little bit of like setting discussion beforehand, and my pitch for this game was like I wanted it to be like a Saturday cartoon, and we really wanted to hone in on that. So like these are going to be like fairly teenagers. They're going to be dealing with a lot of responsibility, and weirdly enough, they're also powerful conduits of magic, so they may cause some havoc, which I'm really excited about.
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Nothing could ever go wrong.
Mm-mm.
So I'm going to start by asking a question to Akelia Yarrow. Yarrow, let's go with a big swinging question. How did you find out that Moon was your sibling?
Well, when she came to rescue me from the fairy court, to be honest. Yeah, like I grew up with the Fae. Always felt like I didn't really fit in, but they told me it was the usual deal. So I just grew up there, and then one day, Moon comes waltzing in, and is like, "I'm here to rescue my sister, or my sibling, or my." Well, I don't think we had a really clear name for the relationship at the time, because we had been exchanged as babies. Moon is my changeling, and yeah, found out that I was in the fairy kingdom and came to get me. So
Hey.
that was an eventful day.
Oh, I love that. Cindy.
Yeah.
Who gave you the dino onesie?
I I think it was like, I think it was not a thing that like Finn was just given out of the blue. I think it's like at some point they were watching some cartoon or something and they saw a character in it. They really liked the cartoon with a dino in it or something, and like then they saw Dino Monkey in an ad or something, and like they just like begged their parents for like probably weeks, and at some point the parents were like, "Okay, fine, we'll buy one." And I think this is probably like their 8th Dino onesie they're wearing right now because they've grown since then. And also they wear and like also they're constantly wearing one, so like it's not like they're constantly wearing the same one because it'll just get dirty and stuff. But yeah, I think that's how they got their Dino onesie.
CC Sweet, how did you discover your magic?
It was book learning, but that's not always the easiest thing to like retain. And half of spells rhyme already anyway, so it was just like putting it to a sick beat. My beatboxing's not very good though. So I'm working on it. Yeah.
So, should I just repeat the question I had for Yarrow to Moon?
I
Sure.
think so, yeah.
I think that makes sense. Moon, when did you discover that you had a sibling?
So I always knew growing up that there was something strange, and I didn't look like my parents, and I was, the kids in the village called me weird and spooky, and I could do, magical things since birth. And it wasn't until I was, I guess, 8 years old, I discovered a box in my parents' house that had a picture of their newborn baby, and it didn't look anything like me. And I was like, "Oh, I have a sibling." And then I confronted my parents, and it turned out that they just didn't bother to go look for their other child because they thought I was cool. And I got pretty upset about that, so I decided to go look for them myself.
Yeah, you look way better than that other baby. We don't even know what that baby's personality is. We were just like, that's a cool baby.
Oh, yeah, all right. Look at those cheeks.
Okay. Yarrow, you're up. What kind of questions you got for everyone?
Silk Cat Stanley, where did you steal your magic?
Oh. So, I thought it'd be really nice to go into an antique store and just see what was around there. And there was this just really, really nice, well-made hat that every now and then, just like every time I walked by it, it would just blossom and there'd be a flower. And as soon as I walked away, the flower would like disappear and wilt away. And then it'd just keep on happening. And so I asked the owner how much that cost. And I knew enough about money to know I don't have that much money. And so I accidentally knocked over a bookshelf and I took the hat.
Wow.
And that's what gave me some of my magic.
Wow. Okay. Finn, have you ever tried to use your magic to actually become a dinosaur?
No, I don't think Finn actually wants to be a dinosaur.
Okay.
I think Finn just likes the hoodie, hoodie onesie, and like I don't know. I think it's like partially just like they think it's cute. I think maybe maybe there's like another form that's more in between the two that they would prefer, but I don't think they're old enough to realize that yet. In a way, they don't know their fur yet.
This is sweet. You mentioned book learning. Is magic something your parents wanted you to get into?
Yeah, it's a like family thing. My parents were both wizards, and my grandparents, like half of them were wizards, and it's a whole like my father was a wizard, so I'm supposed to be a wizard too. But like fine, but I'm gonna be a cool one at least.
No big gray beard and giant white staff for you.
No. God.
Never.
You already keep trying to get me to wear these long, dusty-ass robes. I won't do it.
Oh, that is good. I like her. Moon. Do the butterflies come voluntarily?
Yes, I've always just had butterflies like hovering around me since I was a baby, basically. It's part of the reason why my parents thought I was so cool. They were like, look at these cool butterflies.
This baby comes with its own mobile.
Oh my god. Baby with
Check out our sick baby. Comes with free butterflies.
Is it a bug or is it a feature?
Both.
Both.
Oh my god.
Questions.
Yeah.
Okay, from there we are going to, I believe, I have everyone out of order on me. Cindy, I believe you were next.
Yeah.
Finn, yes.
Okay. Yeah, Silk Hat. Do people know your words are stolen, or is it something you try to keep hidden?
I think people don't believe me when I say, "Oh yeah, no, I took the hat." And just because like a lot of the magic I do seems very similar to what other people do, so like, "Oh no, you just learned from like the Great Gale Wind Wizard down the road," or you've conjured lightning. Cool, my kid can do that. Can you summon butterflies? I bet you can't summon butterflies, and I'm like, oh, okay, and walk away.
Yeah, Yarrow, do you want to go back to the Fae, or do you prefer it here with Moon?
It's difficult, because I love hanging out with Moon. Moon is the best sister, but my parents are kind of shitty. They were just like, oh, okay, I guess we got a different baby now. So I think it's a sort of most of the time I'm fine here, though I do like to wander off. Probably, I think that's part of why I enjoy just being in the woods so much. And whenever I get into an argument with our parents, I throw a tantrum. Well, not tantrum anymore, but especially in the beginning, I'd be like, I want to go back to the Fae.
Oh.
But I think, on the whole, it's quite alright here.
Okay. Question do I have of CC? How do the people around you respond to your magic?
It's I don't think a lot of people get it, because it's all supposed to be abracadabra and then like a smoke bomb, and my stuff is more like musical. It's musical, and so people will kind of be like, whatever. But then, you know, sometimes I catch people like sort of bobbing their head and try to like magic along, like rap along, and I'm like, okay, some people are starting to get it. It'll happen. It'll catch on. Yeah.
Okay. Moon. Did it ever cross your mind to stay with the Fae instead of bringing Yarrow over?
Me to stay. The way the rescue happened was, well, they didn't ask me. The way the Fae expected it to happen was that I would exchange myself for Yarrow to go home, and I didn't want that.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted my sibling. I wanted to bring my sibling home, so it turned into a harrowing rescue of us escaping from the Fae because the Fae wanted to keep me. So.
Okay.
Okay. I believe the next person should be, excuse me, CC Sweet. What kind of questions you got for everyone?
Okay, cool. Silcat. Tell me about your enemy, your nemesis.
Ooh. I don't really consider them a nemesis. I thought they were like a really cool guy, you know. He was one of those like cool older teen types. He's like a highly trained wizard at the magic school. Apparently, he was like top of the country and such. But at one point, I saw him like hanging out with a kitten and playing with it, and I thought it was adorable and hung out with him. And he said he called me a thief at one point, which like I think that's just his nickname for me, honestly. What's his name? Oh man, I don't know, but ever since I last saw him, he's been coming after me, and that may or may not have something to do with his book that I took.
So you do know why. Good.
Oh, his name is Marigold. There we go.
Marigold, delightful. A question for Yarrow. I feel like this question is in character as well as out. What's up with that vole in your hair?
What do you mean? Does it look sick?
Why is it there? What's how?
It likes to hang out there. It's, you know.
Does it have a name?
Maybe.
Mm.
No, look, I like to hang out in the forest and just lie down on the forest floor and just, you know, really feel the earth. And one day this vole just turned up and kind of seemed to like it in my hair, and I think it's kind of neat. So I would have left it in the forest, but it came back, so maybe it's my familiar now? Unclear.
Okay. We'll return to that. A question for Finn. Can you tell us about, like, I've seen 2 other people wearing dinosaur onesies, and like sometimes they follow you. Do you know what's up with them?
They don't understand it, you know, like they're constantly going on about, oh, your words, they're so meaningful, they're so this and that, and like they think like the dino onesie does that or something. I just like this onesie, you know, like Chapter. Yeah, I've told them to go away, but they just keep coming back and stuff. And like, I mean, it's not that bad, but like,
At least there's only 2.
yeah, seems like they're searching for something that I don't really have. But yeah.
That's solid. Okay, and then a question for Moon, for Avenue Moon. How come the one time I called you Boulevard Sun, my nose started bleeding?
I love these big swings.
Because Yarrow told me I should stand up to my bullies.
Yes, I did.
Shit. All right. I respect that.
Oh, that's so good.
I think I have an addendum on the Vol. I think it was also partially because Moon always has butterflies in her hair, and I wanted a pet too.
Oh.
But I might not tell Cece Sweet that.
Oh.
Did the vole have a name? I never heard.
It does, but I don't know it yet.
Got
I'm trying to figure it out.
It's so
That's
Apple from
fair.
Kitchen Nightmares.
My turn?
Yes, it is. Sorry, I was just about to say that. Thank you.
Okay. Silk Hat, what's your favorite spell you've ever performed?
Ooh. So it's kind of a pretty simple spell. But you know when we all had to go camp out in those caves for like a really long time, we were just like sleeping underneath that. I think I remember hearing like a humming tune the entire time throughout that entire cave. And I kind of looked into watch what Cece was doing, and I was able to basically piece together that music. And so now anytime we're just out camping, I can play that exact same song using what Cece's sounds that she made.
The power of rap. Okay.
It's my favorite spell, and it's on repeat 3,000 times. Okay.
Okay. Yarrow, did you learn your magic from the Fae or were on your own without their knowledge?
I learned it from them. Well, I learned a magic from them. But I sort of never really was able to keep up with the Fae kids in Fae school because, I just didn't feel very familiar with magic. So I think I sort of tweaked it a bit and tried to make my own magic.
Cece, what's the... Oh, are you...
No, go.
You have more to say? Okay. Okay, I had a question for Cece, and then I thought of a better question for Cece, which I don't have well worded yet. But Cece, what's the name of the bagpipes and rapping track that we're working on together?
Ooh. Okay. We keep workshopping it because I am, after the whole Boulevard incident, I am like kind of hesitant, like, is this gonna be okay? But it definitely involves the word street.
Nice.
Sorry, I what Simon wrote in.
Simon in the Twitch chat says Abracamazing Grace.
Okay.
You know, it's called swag pipes. Let's go.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh no. I love swag pipes. Was that everyone, by the
I
way?
think that,
Or
yeah.
You
it?
can
No,
ask
very
one
good.
for me, but
Do you guys want to
Did
send
Cindy
me?
get a question?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't ask Cindy's question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got too excited about my new question that I thought of for Chris.
fair.
Okay. Finn, who thinks your magic is too profane to exist in this world?
Damn.
Ooh. Set up the drama.
Too profane. I think there are like they don't call it too profane. They don't want to call it that because it's more. They don't want to acknowledge that it's profane. I think it is. I think it's some relatives of Finn. I think it's their. Probably like their uncle and like some people their uncle is working with, and like they go around and they like talk a lot of profane words. They are sort of motivational speakers, I guess, in a way. And they really don't want to acknowledge that my words are more profane than theirs, So they just call it heresy instead.
Do they know that sounds cooler?
That's what Finn said.
Oh,
God damn it, Ely. Ely just typed in Discord chat putting the pro and profane.
Yeah. But I do think there are people who like believe them when they say that, and also don't think that that is cool. So yeah.
I got confused for a second, and I thought when you were saying some people believe that, I was like, do they mean that you're putting the pro and profane? Is that what they believe?
There's also definitely people who believe that, but
That's
they're
the
wearing
people
dino
that follow you.
onesies.
Those are that's what I was just about to say. Those are the people following you in dino onesies.
Okay, so continuing into the game, we are all now powerful conduits of magic, but to give that energy shape, we need words. Each player will be given 4 cards from the words deck and decide based on their arcanum and their deep magical knowledge what each word means. Take what time you need and no more. Your journey begins soon. So I'm going to go ahead and deal these cards out real quick to everyone. There are 24 cards total, so there's 5 of us, and I'm like, we're all getting 4 because there's 5.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Makes sense.
Yep. All right. And yeah, with that, we are going to cut to a quick little break. We're going to take about, does 5 minutes sound good to y'all?
Yeah.
Works for me.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's take a 5-minute break. And when we come back, we will start with the beginning and figure out our first location. So yeah, we will be right back. Hello, and welcome back to our game of Spoken Magic by Dylan Grinder on the Roll Plus Bond 2nd Anniversary stream. During the stream this weekend, we are raising money for the Native American Rights Fund. You can find out more about them and their mission at narf.org, and you can help us reach our fundraising goal at tiltify.org/@rollplusbond or donate.rollplusbond.com. And we are going to go right back into our game. So now that we've dealt out cards and we've taken some time to figure out what the words mean, we're going to start with the beginning. Before the journey can begin, you need a place to take a journey from. You need a place to journey from, your home. Draw the bottom card on the location deck and take turns describing an aspect of this home and why you were leaving. Once you all know your home, you must leave it. Your journey starts with the first turn. Now, of course, we can't really do that because cards. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw the first card, and I'm going to make it nice and big so chat can see it.
Lake of Runes.
Lake of Runes. Ooh, good word.
Nice.
So, and the prompt on that is also a private moment. So
I think we can, since we're just describing the place in order to leave it, I don't know that we have to use the private moment prompt.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry, yeah. So Lake of Runes. I think lake is a overstatement. I think it's more like a collection of ponds.
Mm.
They just all happen to be so close to each other, they might as well be a lake.
Solid, that's solid. I think the reason that we are all here, Lake of Runes, I think each of the little lakes is kind of in the shape of a magical rune, and so this place is really like a gathering place kind of for magical people and / or things.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You get lots of wizards here, you get lots of witches here, you get lots of warlocks here, and then also you just get some weirdos.
Mm-hmm. Magic enthusiasts, we call them.
We floated the idea before about, if I remember correctly, about all of us coming from different places.
Music here.
Yeah.
Is this this is the place that we all came through at? Is that the Lake of Runes? We each came through.
I dig that.
It's the starting location.
Where
we all got summoned here.
The magician's nephew, and there's all those little wells or ponds or whatever they are, and you go out of them into them, and there's a different world. That's what the runes are.
Yes, I love that.
Oh. Except I guess the other way, because otherwise can we just go right back home? It's always an easy kind of thing of we brought you here and now you can't leave. Haha.
Yeah.
Dig it.
I think there's a lot of confused people here as well.
They just got here by accident.
Yeah, but still trying to figure things out.
Good.
I fell out of my boat and now I'm in among all these wizards. I don't know what's going on.
I think it's like a floodplain though, so sometimes you'll have all ponds there and sometimes they'll just run dry. And sometimes it really is a lake.
Nice. Sick.
Yeah.
Dig that.
Hell yeah. So now that we've described our home, we must leave it. I think I know my reason for leaving. And I think it's because Marigold told me to go find some weird crystal thing in order to get me to leave him alone. Okay. And that's why I'm leaving. But with his book, of course, because I think it's a neat book.
I'm leaving because I'm tired of just being taken to different realms without anyone asking me if I'm okay with it. So I'm just going to.
Take charge of your own journey.
I don't know where it will take me, but at least I'll have gotten there myself.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm leaving because I think I'm leaving because people like are too pushy here in a way. Like, I think the thing with like a lot of like new people being here, a lot of confused people being here, is also like a lot of people trying to take advantage of that. And I think Finn hates that, and they can't really stand to be around it. Yeah.
Nice.
Cece is leaving because, since getting here, everything is so damn weird that like nobody outright dismisses the like rat magic, and so she's trying to like see if she can get it to catch on here. Yeah,
Entrepreneur skills. I see how.
we got trends to set.
Setting.
Moon is leaving because Yarrow is leaving.
Aww!
Love
I
that.
love my face.
Ever since she rescued her sibling, she doesn't want to be separated from them again.
Oh.
Same.
So our journey is. Oh wait, was that everyone?
Mhm.
Okay, was that everyone?
Mhm.
Okay. So our journey is going to start with the first turn. Each turn consists of 3 components: the location, the problem, and the spell casting. On your turn, we're going to draw a location card and describe a scene at the place you have journeyed to based on the prompt written on the card. The scene may involve the other characters, and you may invite players to join you in describing or enacting this moment, but ultimately you decide what is and is not included in your scene. Take your time and bringing wonder to this description. The lands you travel are, quite literally, only what you describe. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the next location card, and we'll start with me, and then we'll keep going in the order we had at the bottom of Roll20 here. Get it big. Big. Ooh! From the Lake of Runes to the Diamond River, and there is a disagreement.
Fitting.
Love that. Oh, gosh. So, I could use some help on this one. So, the Diamond River, I think it's a river that is like a tributary, and it is shaped as in like a diamond form, like has all the different facets and such, with like these little streams coming down. And we are just walking down. I think we kind of grouped up together either by happenstance or direction, or maybe we just happen to be like, oh, that person seems nice. Neat hat.
How long have we known each other? Because it's at least long enough for some of us to like
Steal
get
each
in a
other.
fight and then collab. Right?
Like, I want to say a week.
That sounds about right.
Great.
We did.
Well, that sounds about
That's
right.
teenagers.
Yeah.
Yep, that's tweens.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Man, that kid's weird. I should start an album. But yeah, I think we're all walking down to the river, and I think Stillcat specifically is like getting closer and closer to the river, and there are these fish that like jump up and like shine and glisten, and they literally like reflect the light, and every now and then a bird will try to swoop down and catch one of them, but the fish will jump at the right time and just blind the bird with the light, and that's how they defend themselves. Let's see. What else? We also have a disagreement going on. I think that might be a disagreement among us, because I think there is just like a disagreement about what direction to go in. Who here do we think is most likely like get into an argument about like, no, we should follow the river up, that's going to lead us to a town, versus following the river down, that will lead us to a port or something like that.
Cece's definitely arguing for going against the river. We have to forge our own path, okay? We can go with what all these fish are doing if we want to, I guess, but I'm not a fish. I will die if I try to be a fish. It's not happening.
I think Soul Cat's piping up, going, but if we go down the river, then we can find more people, and we can hang out there, and like they can tell me where the crystal is. And
We just left.
Why do you want
We just left the Lake of Runes, and where there were too many people. If we want more people, we could go back there.
yeah, but those people seemed weird.
Well, how do you know the people downriver wouldn't also be weird?
There's only one person I trust with a dino onesie. Anyone else I see wearing that, I don't trust.
What if we go downriver and everyone's dino onesies? You're gonna feel like a fool then. We'll call you Fool Hat, Stanley.
Then we go the other way.
I said there's nothing special about the dino onesie. Why do you keep going?
Man, don't say that, Finn. Okay, you're a like a trendsetter. Okay,
It's a
We
cool
respect you.
onesie.
Yeah, but like people
It's
like
a
saying
super
there's
cool
like some
onesie.
magical thing about it, and it's not. It's just a onesie. I just like
that's
it.
right. The magic is within you, dog.
Yeah,
I get you.
sure.
We
Okay.
never had onesies in Fairyland.
I'm a suck.
I think this is when we see our problem.
Okay.
Oh god. So we'll then draw a problem card. Trouble stirs. Once you're satisfied with the scene, a problem occurs. Draw a problem card and describe the issue at hand based on the prompt written on the card. Discuss who the problem affects and why, and explain why the problem must be solved with magic. Some problems may have additional instructions. If these instructions cannot be followed, the spell automatically fails. Once the problem is established, you may begin speaking the magic words.
Damn. So this one's
Legitimacy and question.
right.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
Legitimacy of what?
I don't know, but I feel like
Of the
Jesus,
dragon,
we probably
the
messed up.
dinosaur onesie?
Yeah, like, is it legit magic or is it just?
Is this an internal question of legitimacy, or do outsiders try to intervene in our argument?
Yeah, I mean, would we settle the argument among us with a spell? I don't think so. I think this is a
No.
problem we're facing together, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh,
Is this the other dino onesie people showing up?
mhm.
They followed us here.
Like maybe one of them challenges Finn to a duel for like head dino 1-0.
Is that what happens? Like we're talking about which direction to go, and at some point we start talking about the dino onesie, and then some like a random stranger comes up and says, "You are a wizard. You have no magic," and then challenges Finn. If you would be down for this, would they challenge you to a duel?
Sure.
I mean, I think because it's your turn that probably Silcat is leading the spell. So, like,
Oh yeah, I have to
I
lead.
wonder how that works. Like, I'm not saying nobody is allowed to.
But you could be leading the spell to help defend Cindy from.
Mhm.
Or sorry,
Stealing
Finn.
the guy's magic.
Hmm.
Good.
So let's try. Let me follow up the second set of instructions here. Working collectively, if we're going to cast spells, we select which words we want to commit to the spell and in what order. No player may commit more than one word to a spell, but at least one word must be committed to each spell. As each player contributes a word, they describe how its meaning will help or hinder the spell. When you have completed writing your spell, the current player recites. 1 second, get some water. When you have completed writing the spell, the current player recites the words and describes its magic. Rolling 1 6-sided die for each helping word and 1 4-sided die for each hindering word. Ooh. So maybe the legitimacy in question is what if we have these like boat people come like rowing by, and What is that?
The river.
And they're trying to, and then they offer a toll to take us downriver. But legitimacy in question.
Mm.
Thinking the legitimacy in question could either be either someone is challenging our use of magic, or something here is causing a problem.
I feel like the first one makes the most sense
Yeah.
to me.
So challenging our I'm sorry, I completely blanked out. Forgot what I said for the first one.
Challenging our magical ability. Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if because the fact that we're like arguing about which way to go probably indicates that we're not going anywhere. So we're just kind of standing on the side of this river.
Yeah.
And then what if someone comes up and is just like, of course you can't decide which way to go. Only those with true magic can decide which way to go.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Thank you, Chris. And you straight up, like, we see people in a variety of ways just like start casting spells, and some go directly across the river, some go upriver, some go downriver. And at one point, Soulcat just goes, maybe we should cast magic and see what happens?
Yeah.
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 Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody doubts our ability to rhyme.
All right, so we are going to start casting a spell. I think the first word I'm going to offer is lay, which is basically a breath. It is a breath, a pause, said to hold time and place and become a place of warmth. And so that's the word that Soulcat will offer.
And how is that helping the spell?
Gives you a moment, it's allowing more time to think it over, and like the place of warmth could also be like drawing you in a direction that you want to go.
Okay.
Cece
Do we put our word cards on the page?
Yeah, we should put them on the mat because at the end somebody gets back one of these words.
Yes, they do. So we'll and we'll kind of put it underneath Fox Girl.
Sure. Cece is going to help also with the word Dalmar, which per my notes in all caps makes everything loud. So whatever we do, we're doing it enthusiastically.
Great.
I think they're not really updating on the stream. Is there a delay?
There's a delay, but it's also because I'm capturing it in a different window. It might not. I think Roll20 has a thing where it needs to be visible to update.
Yeah, like you'll move stuff and then it will update after it's moved if you grab it.
Right.
Yeah.
There you
go. I would like to also add a word.
Okay.
I would like to add the word thruz, which boosts energy, and it's usually accompanied by a long drone on the bagpipes.
Extremely loud, extremely long bagpipe drone. Yes!
I love that. I love this interaction of like, okay, Soulcat's like, okay, we're going to take a moment, we're going to think it over, and we're just going to get really loud.
With bagpipes.
Sounds like middle school.
Cat's just like, all right, let's get calm. Let's just think about things. And then Moon and Cece are just like, ah!
I'm giving us energy to go in whatever direction we're going.
Exactly. Anyone else?
I think I'm gonna throw in Jaren, which means to defy expectations.
Nice.
I love it.
Oh, there we go. All right. And
that might be good for
do we want to throw in one more? Yarrow, would you like to throw in one more?
I don't know that they really fit.
Okay.
I think we've got a pretty strong spell here.
You could also, if you want to just throw in a word just for laughs, you could totally just hinder the spell too.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. If not, no worries. Just to make sure.
Yeah, okay, no, then I will. This one might fit, actually.
Yeah.
So, ghoul, which is the warning cry of a bird who has spotted a fox. And I think that's sort of the lookout function, circling up high to find where we want to go.
Nice.
Okay, so we have. I think that's.
So that's also helping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Not hindering. Yeah.
So so Dalmar and Thruz and Yaren are all helping. Is that right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I think Silkat takes these words and starts muttering and quickly opens Marigold's book, looks at thumbs through the pages a little bit, stops for a second with a piece of charcoal, and does. The camera pans over and we see them drawing a little small bunny figure really quick in one of the spellbook pages, and then it says they go, "Oh yeah, Lee Dalamal Thruz Yarun Gal," and we are going to complete the spell. We recited the words. We're going to roll 5d6. Gotta remember how roll 20 works for 5d6.
/R. Hey!
We got a 6.
Got a 6.
We got the one that matters. So if one of the dice rolls a 6, the spell is successful and the current player describes how the problem is solved. And that's with a 6. And we'll go into the others as they show up. Because I guarantee this will probably be the best roll we get.
Yeah.
So there is this moment of time where everything kind of slows down and freezes in place. And a bubble kind of forms around the entire group. And we see a fish floating in the air, the sun glistening. And all you can hear is the wind rushing. And then you hear it get louder. And then there's an accompanying sound of bagpipes as it whistles louder and louder. And what did Yorun do again? Can you all remind me?
To defy expectations.
Mm-hmm. And this time picks back up again. And instead of a fish trying to catch a bird, a bird trying to catch a fish catches a bird instead. And starts swimming upriver. And you can hear the bird, as it's going underwater, gives out the loud warning cry from Gol. And all the birds around the area scatter. And Silkat goes, "Aw, guess we're going upriver."
Yes!
That's so good. Oh, God.
I have an attempt at a rap of this spell.
Yes.
Go for it.
Please.
Let's go. Delmar, heading straight through. See ya later's Lake of Runes. Leave behind the ghouls.
Hell yeah.
Amazing.
Can we clip that? Can we please clip that?
I almost got my water.
Chris, thank you.
Amazing.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
Hey, Cece, can you continue to defy expectations and take your rune?
I will do that. I can right click it and I think take it into my hand wherever it went.
Yeah, I was just moving out of the way, so I remembered to keep it over there. What?
Oh, when we take a word, we keep the meaning, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me do this. Once the spell is complete, if 2 or more words were committed, the current player gifts one of the committed words to another player. All other words committed to the spell are lost. Turn them over and do not use them in another spell. So I'm going to flip these. Boop, boop. And let's see what else. The current player then takes the location card, so I'll take that, and discards the problem card and ends the turn. And from there, we are going to Yarrow.
An amazing start.
I have to
Love
draw
being
the
allowed to
cards
solve
out
issues. Okay. Yeah.
So I draw one from the location deck, is that right?
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah, we'll draw a location card. Here, I'll pull one out for you.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
hell
That
yeah.
is not fabulous, River.
Make it big.
God's Fall Canyon.
Ooh,
Slayer's Sword.
okay. So, I think we wander upriver, and as we progress, I think initially it's mainly plains, but then they turn into hills and turn into mountains, and finally we're further along the bottom of a canyon with steep walls, and I think they've got like these really cool visible sediment layers in different colors, and I think there is a point at which the way is just blocked by this massive fallen statue of a god, and the river flows around it, but you can't really climb across it easily. And in that statue, I think is I think it's like it's a statue, but the statue also was the god, and it used to stand up really high on the lip of the canyon and overlook this area. And I think one day someone came to slay this god and put it. Yeah, I think it was an epic struggle, because I mean, how do you fight the Statue of Liberty? Like, it's that size. It's pure granite. It's also in some ways alive, but also very hard to harm. And I think it was just they battled for 7 days and 7 nights, and in the end, the Slayer, in their complete exhaustion with the last strength, just thrust it into the I don't know, some part of the statue that just happened to have a tiny little chink, and it fell, and Slayer and the sword fell with it, and the Slayer's body is long gone, but the god's body and the sword remain.
Hell yeah.
Damn. That's large.
Huh.
That is very big.
How are we we're still going upriver, right? How are we supposed to? Cece kind of like you know the thing when people will like make like the corners of a frame with their hands. She's like kind of doing trying to like measure this thing of just like figuring out how do we get past this.
I don't know.
We kind of.
Yes.
I think it's a good time for the problem. Maybe we'll come up with a solution.
Out of
Or-
character, do we see the sword sticking out of the statue somewhere?
Yeah, I think it's just sticking out of the statue. I don't know if it's a huge, huge sword. Like, is it to scale of the statue or of a human? I don't know.
Mhm.
I like the idea of a very small sword sticking out of this giant
Yeah.
statue.
I do too. And then we also have the
Oh,
problem
boy.
of the witch's corrupting influence, and one player must contribute a hindering word.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
Oh, I have an idea what the corrupting influence is.
Go on.
I think it's the silk hat that silk hat wears.
What? The lich? Wait, what? Wait.
You have the lich's magic?
That-
Oh no.
That's the magic that you stole. You stole it from the lich.
I took a hat and went cool hat, and then cool hat went
Oh,
hey cool kid.
Oh, don't touch that. You don't know where it's been.
Oh boy.
I'm an official member that probably shouldn't touch that club.
Hmm. How does the corrupting influence manifest?
I think it kind of influences in the sword itself, maybe. Maybe the sword kind of falls out and unpins out of the statue.
Oh dear.
Uh-huh.
And remember, we are powerful magical conduits, and this is the first episode, in my opinion. And they gotta swing big to make sure they make it through.
Mhm.
Wait, so does the sword coming out of the statue, is the statue getting back up?
The statue's getting back up, and I think it's because
Okay.
we kind of see Silk Hat is trying to figure out where to go upriver. At one point, their hat, they take off their hat and swipe their brow, and they touch the mountain with the hat on accident. And the hat is a focus, and it springs up, and we see like these corrupted like purple and green lines stretch up through the mountain, go into the statue, and you just hear a little boop. That's a sword flying out.
Just click.
Does it fall into the river
Oh,
or onto the
no.
path where we are?
Oh, I
Oh,
think it
into the
falls.
river is very good.
I think it falling onto the path where we are is really good. Like, SoCal going, "See, I told you we should have gone downriver," and then the sword just like falls like 10 feet behind them.
Oh.
Pew! Quink, 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 quink. What just happened? And then there's just like rumbling. Ah!
Oh.
But yeah, sorry to like jump in on that. It was just like the first idea I thought of.
I think it's amazing. I love it. It's fantastic. Also, it gives us the opportunity to pick up a cursed sword, so.
Yeah,
Yes.
curse sword, curse sword.
We're all looking at you wide-eyed like,
Who is picking up the cursed sword?
Not Silcat. One cursed item is good
Just
enough for them.
do.
I think
Oh boy.
Yara is definitely interested and goes there and inspects that sword. But then when the statue starts rumbling and moving, I think they leave it there for now and take a few steps back to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Are you ready to cast some magic?
I am.
All right.
So someone has to contribute a
Yeah.
hindering word. Oh
I
boy.
think I know
What
how.
what is the magic trying to do? What are we trying to do with this spellcasting?
Well, I am using the word dree, which is the fog coalesces into a shape. So I think what Yarrow is going for is to just try and summon a shape to pick up the sword and fight the god again.
Oh,
Wow.
perfect card. The
Okay.
perfect word. This is Caprice, and Caprice means to look sick as shit.
Pick up a sword, slay a god, and sick of shit.
Shit. Oh boy. All right. So did you say Silka had a way to hinder?
I have a way to hinder.
Okay.
I haven't. Do you want to do that now?
Yeah, I think what's going to end up hindering is the statue is standing up and stretching longer and longer, and because the hat has whispered the word out, Andun, which means to stretch and to extend to an unbelievable length.
Fuck.
Great.
Okay,
Just
well,
writing the size of the statue.
guess what? I have the word quadrianus,
There's Andun over there.
which will cause the size of something to change. So I'm changing the size of the creature that Yarrow summoned to be the same size as the statue. It will continue to grow.
Amazing.
So, again, we're going to roll 1 6-sided die for each help. Oh wait, we got one more.
Wait, is it?
Yeah. Can I contribute also? I'm going to add the word. I'm trying to help here because what the hell is that? This is the word Zerum. But imagine that sounded more like a record scratch, and it was a whirlpool to get the giant statue all caught up.
Wow.
All right. So, the current player recites the words and describes its magic, rolling 1 6-sided die for each helping word and 1 4-sided die for each hindering word. So, Yarrow, if you would like to roll 4d6 and then 1d4.
Where is Andun in the spell reciting?
I think it's just like a constant hum.
Yeah.
And,
I think
Hat.
oh yeah, the hat is just humming Andun while Yarrow takes their vole, who by the way is called Millie, from the, which is because the Latin name for Yarrow is or the scientific name is Achillea millefolium. So.
Should help in looking sick as shit though.
I pick a Millie from my hair, and together we start to whisper. I can't read that. I've got it all over the place. Hang on. Three Kefres Quadrio Unsere. And then I think I take a twig from my hair and snap it.
yes! Oh, I love
So,
it.
That's very good. That's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Slash 1d4.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
That's not great.
but it's not bad.
Okay. So,
Okay, so if none of the dice rolls a 6, but one of the 4-sided dice shows a 4, which didn't happen, the spell fails, and one of the sabotaging players describes how the magic goes awry. Fortunately, we don't have to worry about that. If no dice show their highest number, the spell is weak and only partially effective. The current player describes how the problem is solved, but only partially or temporarily.
Hmm. Yeah, I think as the statue continues to grow, but I suppose that part is also a bit weak. The statue continues stretching, but its mass doesn't change, so it just becomes thinner and thinner. At the same time, the fog creature that I have summoned also starts stretching and becoming, well, thinner in the fog sense. And I think it looks okay. It doesn't look like a shit, but it looks okay. And hang on, what was Quadrionis?
That was the one that was making the fog bigger.
Oh, sorry. Which one was Cece's? Sarah?
Zerum.
What was that?
Well, it makes a whirlpool.
Oh yeah,
like a regular scratching noise.
Yes. So yeah, and I think the statue gets up, which means that it unblocks the river and all the water that's just been dammed behind it, and that was just trickling through to the point that people just thought this was the source of the river and just a tiny brook. They that all that water rushes into the sort of crater left by the fall of the god years ago, and just surges into a crazy whirlpool and starts sucking in both the statue and the fog creature. And I think it goes for a while and then it just stops, and the statue is stuck halfway, like to the waist, in the ground, I guess. But still flailing at anyone that comes close.
I can't
So,
believe it's God's
so-
player companion.
yeah, so this still isn't a great place to like walk. Not a good spot for a picnic, but at least it can't come after us.
Hell yeah.
Just don't get too close or it'll swat you. It's fine.
With its giant granite arms.
Cool.
Just every now and then the statue speaks out and says, "Do you want to slap, mate?"
Illy, are you going to give a word to someone?
Yes. So I'm trying to decide. I think Finn gets Quadrionis, the size changing one. I don't know, I think you probably have to take it yourself.
If you right click the card, Cindy, you should be able to take it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, I will flip the rest of these and we'll add them to the discard pile. And Yarrow, you can take the location card because.
Okay. Also, as a note, I think the sword sort of plinks to the ground again as the fog dissipates.
Oh yeah.
And I do think I'm picking that up.
We have a cursed sword.
Well,
Your sword.
maybe it's a helpful sword.
Love this good sword.
We figure out what's up with this sword, but we definitely need to figure out what's out with your hat. What just happened, bro?
I don't know what you're talking about. It's a cool hat.
It's a cool hat that made our spell not work.
Yeah. What kind of hat? Man, what kind of hat is there a vole in that hat? You're gonna tell me there's a vole in your hat now?
There's a hole in my hat. And they just like stick a finger through the one little hole at the back of it. That, weirdly enough, was not there before.
You know what? We're gonna get you a patch. You're gonna fix that hat, and it's not gonna be evil anymore. I swear to God.
Can we just cut it off like yours?
Let's make it a bucket hat.
Yeah.
I think you see Stanley just immediately grab the hat and go, no, and just like hold it down closer.
I can stitch the hole back together
Could you?
if you want. Yeah.
And I
You
think
know,
they like
Next town we get to, we're dealing with this hat.
it's just a cool hat.
We'd all better keep an eye on it.
Don't trust this hat.
Watching you. Just does the like points at her eyes, points at the hat.
I think Stanley looks over at Finn and Moon and goes,
Moon holds her hand out for the hat and is like, don't worry, I'll be careful. I'll just fix the hole.
I mean, it's
And
a
they
cool
just-
hat, but like, it seems kind of evil, you know? Like,
I mean, what if your onesies were evil, though?
I have more than one onesie, you know that, right?
What if all of them were evil? What if they just started marching at one
It
point?
could never be.
Onesies.
Silk hat, give me the silk hat and let me fix it, okay?
Stanley sheepishly hands over the hat and just says, please be careful.
Yeah.
I have a new goal now. Have all the onesies be possessed. So
Can I say that when I stitch the hat, the whole back together, I like put in a bit of magic that like will alert me if the hat is about to do something nefarious.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Very good.
early warning system.
Do you like
Yeah.
tie a bell to it or something that just goes off whenever like?
No,
Oh,
it's magic in the threads that causes, I don't know, something on me to change to like make a sound.
Oh
My
gosh.
bagpipes
Is it
do. My bagpipes
you have
do
a
it.
little, like cell
Do a
phone
little-
too, like when you get a text, like
Yeah.
blink, but like a bagpipe.
Yeah. Yes,
Wow.
exactly. That's
Ah,
exactly
yes.
what it is.
Yes, the phantom bagpipe ringing. We all know it.
Yes, in fact, I do. Yes.
All right. Finn, you were up
Okay.
next. I'm going to pull a location card for you,
Okay.
and you can
Yeah.
describe the scene for us.
Ooh.
Make that a
I
little bit
cannot
bigger.
read this. Hang on.
Yeah.
Tomb of Layla Glass.
Ooh.
Ceremony.
Hmm.
That sounds like a cool place. Also, Layla Glass, really good name.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So
I think-
it's this. Oh wait, it's
Okay.
it's not my turn. Sorry.
Nope, it's Finn's turn specifically.
Yes. My apologies. I keep getting distracted or get confused by the layout of the index cards.
Yeah. So I think when like at first, like when Finn was going along with the trip, they weren't really talking that much about this is the wrong direction or anything. And I think as soon as they realize where they're going, there's probably like some road sign or something like the Tomb of Leia Glass is this far away. They're like, we should turn around. I don't want to go here. I'm like, they get kind of like cagey, I guess.
What? But going against the river, Yaroon, that was you.
Yeah, but it's not. But
What's up?
it's.
Yeah, I thought we all agreed that going this way was the best choice.
Yeah, but like that's before I knew that like where we were going. Like. It's
Oh, wait, where are we?
Where are we going?
What's this?
the Tomb of Layla Glass. Layla's my like great grandmother. And like I don't know, my
Oh.
uncle like took over the church and stuff, and like He's like kind of, I don't know. He doesn't like me very much, I think. I don't know if I want to go here.
Oh, is your uncle going to be here?
Probably, yeah.
And
I think that-
there at your grandma's tomb? That's a little weird. I'm not gonna lie.
Could we go around it? Or we could go through it in disguise.
Yeah. Like, we could
Perfect.
all wear dino onesies for you.
Yes.
That's
No
right.
one
You
would
didn't have
recognize
more.
you.
They'll never know. They won't be able to figure out which one is you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we can throw them off.
I love this. I love this idea of us like. I love 5 kids in a trench coat as an idea. Just abnormally tall.
Just like a giant dino onesie with 5 kids in it.
We're
We'll
gonna
just
need
get
a
into a
T-Rex
Godzilla
onesie for this
costume.
one.
Yes.
I love it. Oh no, another one.
Oh god.
Oh no.
An ancient curse. One
Okay.
word must be profane or hindering.
Oh
Okay,
god.
profane or hindering.
Well, good thing we have a profane magic user.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
we're
god.
covered. We're good.
An ancient
So,
curse.
so are we all dressing in dino onesies, or are we all standing on top of each other in one giant dino onesie?
I
like the
love
multiple.
the image of 5 kids in a dino onesie.
Is the idea that we'll scare away whoever's there because we are a dinosaur?
Well, no, then we'll figure out it's Finn because everyone knows Finn is just one person in a dino one.
Yeah.
Yeah. There could never be more than 5 people in a dino onesie.
No, why?
And as long as Finn isn't the one that like is at the top where they'll see the face, then it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
It's Finn like in the torso, so they're like the farthest away from like the outside.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Dino onesie Voltron.
I have to call this out from chat. Gay Alice just typed in Dino onesie Voltron in all caps twice.
Oh, God.
So
Mhm.
one of us is in each leg, right, to make it walk, and then we have the other 3 like stacked on top of us,
Oh my god. Are we doing like
Yeah,
a
one person controlling
like a
each
pyramid.
arm.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we have.
Oh my god, yes.
One
Dino
person is the
5
torso, one person is the head, the other 2 are the arms
Yeah.
hanging off the torso somehow.
Well, if we do a T-Rex, we don't really need big arms.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So 3 people are the torso, and 2 of them just have their own arms in the dino arm.
Yeah.
Like 2 are the torso and 1 is the head.
Is this how the curse manifests?
Yeah, what is this curse?
Is there like an old prophecy about the tomb of Layla Glass? When
Yeah,
was
the tomb is cursed.
Finn, what's your idea for the curse?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Can I offer one?
Sure.
So what if the curse is something about like, you know, when the family of like, should a descendant of Layla Glass enter these grounds, then enter the tomb, then insert bad thing here that will happen. And so we're like, okay, so we'll hide Finn so that nobody can see that it's them. We'll put Finn in one of the feet. But it turns out that was like a mistranslation of the curse, and it's like, should a descendant of Layla Glass step foot in the tomb? So Finn technically does step foot, and then it's like, fuck.
Oh.
I don't know what the curse is though.
Yeah.
Just like a horrible ghost family reunion of everybody just
Yes.
doing the thing that
like
relatives
coming
do,
up
where they
to-
just ask you like 89 questions as soon as they see you.
Oh,
Yes.
God.
They're all asking how school's going, how's everything been, you know.
Also tall.
We thought you would be taller. Are you still wearing these dino onesies?
Oh, that's the worst curse. Spontaneous family reunion.
Oh god.
We have to stop this.
Oh
Oh.
God. Cindy, are you cool with that? Does that sound like a good idea?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
All right. That's oh my God. Let's cast some magic. Remember, one word must
Yeah.
be profane or hindering.
What is the magic?
Let's see.
It is an
What are we
ancient
trying
word.
to do?
Yeah, what? I guess trying to
Is the
get-
magic helping us like successfully walk through this in our dino onesie? Or is there something else happening?
God.
Is it to like banish the spontaneous family gathering?
It's to remind the family gathering there's a early bird special at the Fantasy Lubies.
The Fantasy Seniors discount.
Yeah, oh jeez.
Oh God.
I'm also looking at like what profane words I have and what I can actually do with that.
I've got one.
Yeah,
You
you too,
have a profane
actually.
word.
Or is it to turn the family gathering into a party so distracting that they stop asking us all those questions?
Oh my
I'm
God.
down for that.
Fuck. Yeah, I think I have an idea.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think the word I'm gonna start to spell it is Olka, which means to imagine something different. And I think this is just like, yeah, the family game, all the family ghost members showed up and like the actual family members showed up and started like, doing the thing of like just pestering you about what you're doing with your life, why are you still wearing a dino onesie, that sort of stuff. And Finn is just like very annoyed. And then all of a sudden it's like I think probably to Cici, like, hey, do you have like a music player or something?
CC magically conjures a boombox.
And I think at that point, like,
I have the perfect word to add to this. Do you want me to do it?
I think I should finish my sentence because it was a silly thing. And I think like Finn like puts in like a cassette tape or something, and all of a sudden, very loudly, it starts playing "Do the Dinosaur." And I think all the people gathered here, by some magic power, start doing the dinosaur.
So I have the word that would specifically make them do that.
Yes.
I have the word scintilla, which causes something or someone to perform a lively circle dance.
Hell yeah.
Oh, these are good words.
And that, yeah, there you go.
Oh boy, I'm also
dinosaur circle dance.
great.
Go ahead.
I'm also gonna help as soon as roll within 20. My awful son catches up. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna pitch in. It's one of those boom boxes with like the 2 cassette decks. So in the other one, throwing in another beat because I'm gonna play Yaroon to defy expectations because this is not what you thought it was, grandparents. We flipped the script on them.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Anyone else contributing cards or?
I think I'm good because I don't have a word that would help out in this situation.
Okay. Yeah.
One of the arms of the dinosaur randomly starts playing bagpipes to go along with the tape
Oh, yeah.
deck.
Oh, can one arm be playing bagpipes and with the other arm, you know, y'all know that hip hop Harry clip?
Yes.
Oh.
Hip Hop Harry was like a kid's show where there's a big hip hopping bear, and then there's like a bunch of tweens that just
Yes.
dance in a circle. Yeah, the other arm should just be doing like the up and down, like go, 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 go thing.
Yes.
I have seen this, I think, yeah.
Does anyone else have another word they want to contribute? Because, like I said, I don't think I do.
Yeah.
Seems like a pretty strong spell so far.
I think it's, yeah.
Yeah. So.
I really want the spell to succeed completely. There is an alternative rule set here that says new paths. Spoken magic is a long and bittersweet journey, but you may wish for a faster or more triumphant game. For a faster game, remove the gifting mechanic. If you find the game, the part I'm going to specifically focus on is if you find the game too disheartening, allow 5s to count as 6s when rolling for a helping word.
Oh.
So we're going to do that now, starting right now, because I really want this to succeed.
Yes.
Right, well, listen, then I am going to contribute a word here as well. So we've got our, Hip Hop Harry Dinosaur thing going on,
Uh-huh.
which takes a lot of coordination. So I am going to contribute, wait, which one is it? Destati, which means as bendy as a willow. So this is just the most flexible and athletic dinosaur 5C ever.
All of the ghosts hold hands, and someone starts a wave, and they all just like nail it.
Yeah.
And it's sick. Oh, that's sick as shit. I love it.
Hell yeah.
Finn, if you could give us a 40. Yes!
Yes.
Nice.
Yes!
You didn't even need the 5s, but
Yeah.
Still,
Got him
This is
anyway.
that card. So the spell is successful, and you get to describe how the problem is solved.
and we have to hear the spell said out loud by
Oh,
Finn.
Yeah. So I think like as they're like putting in the cassette, they're just like Alka, Centilla, Yahun, Stati. And like the grandma who's speaking to them was like, what did you say? And like and everybody do the dinosaur starts playing and like everybody starts getting into it and like there's some people who are like a bit like hesitant at first, and then after a while they also start pitching in, and they're like, and I think it's just like a good old vibe, and like a good old vibe, and then at the end, like I think the conversations of like Mario still wearing a dino costume and stuff are like over, and I think some of the like younger nephews and stuff are like, hey, where did you get that? And like
We want to make dinosaur 5Cs with our friends.
yeah.
I love it. Oh, God. So good. I think with that, we're going to cut to another 5-minute break just to basically get up and stretch for a little bit. Thank you guys
Can
so
I
much.
request 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes, we may. Okay, so we're going to step away for 10 minutes now. So feel free to get up, stretch, enjoy the wonderful music made by Devin and Morgan, which there's a command for that. Music. And yeah, we're going to step away for a little bit and come back. We'll get back more into spoken magic. Thank you again, y'all. Hi there, and welcome back to Spoken Magic by Dylan Grinder for the Roll Plus Bond 2nd anniversary stream. Just as a reminder, this weekend we are raising money for the Native Rights Fund. You can find out more about them and their mission at NARF, that's NARF.org. You can help us reach our fundraising goal at tiltify.org/@rollplusbond or donate.rollplusbond.com. And we're going to read off a few of the donations really quick, so I'm going to throw that over to Chris.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the last donation read happened, but I'm just going to start from what I'm guessing is the end of the last game of Dimitapusa. So Ely donated $20 for PB Lavenza and the Pirates. I don't know what that means, but it sounds rad. Roy Bean donated $20, $50 Anonymous. Amelia CG donated $5, supporting My Sweet PB. Sizebird donated $18, money for each desperate roll from Blades in the Dark. Oh my god, that's a lot. Magical donated $20 from Spoken Magic Team 2 to Spoken Magic Team 1. Your game is getting off to a great start. Have tons of fun, and thanks for sharing your magic into words. Return the favor on the morrow. One of the followers, I'm assuming this word ... into, I don't know what the rest of it says, but I'm going to fill it in with of the dinosaur onesie cult, says donated $20 and said, "Hey, please tell us the secret of magic, Finn." And Sam donated $20 and said, "Thank you for raising money for this cause and sharing Escape from Dino Island." So that's where we're at now. We are a bit past halfway to our goal. You love to see it.
Nice. Hell yeah. So before we took the break, we started our adventure over in the Lake of Runes, found each other, and made our way down to the Diamond River, where we had an argument about what direction to go, and throwing out really loud magic that defied all expectations. And we decided to go up north, go further north and follow the river upriver, basically. And from there, we found ourselves at the Godslayer Canyon, found the Slayer's sword, where Stanley's hat decided to act in its own interest and dislodge the sword, waking up the giant once again. And while continuing to disrupt it and trying to cause more chaos, the rest of the group were able to pull together their ideas and magic and fight off the giant and keep it from rising up to its full height. And now Godslayer Canyon is God Swinging Canyon, basically. Finally, we made our way to the tomb of Layla Glass, where Finn was trying to avoid a reunion with their family, and unfortunately triggered an ancient curse that caused a reunion with the family.
Hate it when that happens.
Yeah. And we didn't do this before we went on break. I'm not going to lie, I forgot about it, but we're going to gift... Finn is going to gift a card to another player and then take the location card in their hand as well.
Yeah. So I
forgot to mention that we solved that problem by stacking ourselves inside a giant dino onesie and DJing a circle dance to the song "Do the Dinosaur."
Yeah.
I should.
I mean, really needs mention. Mm-hmm.
The Dino 1/5 Thieves, the squad onesie. God.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give the card Centuria, which is to make people go into dance, if I remember correctly, and I'm gonna give that to Yarrow. Yarrow?
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
Yarrow.
Yarrow.
Yeah.
All
right. So Yarrow, if you just wanna, take that and you'll grab your location cards.
Yeah.
Nope. I don't want to put that back in the deck. Don't make me do that, roll 20. That'd be very rude.
Roll 20 is often rude.
Roll 20 is very rude. There you go.
Awful son.
Let me see if I can just there you go. Cool. Okay. And now from Cindy. Cece, I believe it's your turn.
Indeed. Next location. Should I draw it?
Oh yeah. Here, I can pull it out for you, unless you already did.
I got it.
Nice.
Ooh, this sounds nice. Salt Cliffs making camp.
Oh.
Delightful. So, yeah, we're we get past the dance party reunion. Everybody, piles out of the Squad Z. We'll make it happen. But of course, after all of that dancing and reveling and general merriment, we're all super tired. So, these cliffs are, it's kind of precarious, but like all we have to do is not roll in our sleep. I think we're atop the cliff, and then it's just like extremely steep, just 90-degree angle straight down on these cliffs. And it's a little, we're just lucky that it hasn't been raining recently, or else it would be really hard to see where the edge of the cliff is. Because, like the Union Salt Flats, where like when it's wet, it's just like a mirror for the sky. Yeah, so thankfully it's dry and we can see where there is ground and where there is sky. But, fingers crossed it doesn't rain. How's everyone feeling post-dance party? What's everyone's making camp situation like also?
I have a silly idea, which is Finn is making like a tent out of the Dino 5C.
Yes.
Can the entrance to the tent be the dinosaur mouth?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yay!
So is it a big enough tent for all five? I mean, we could all fit in it before.
Yeah.
Should we all fit in it to sleep, or should we also make another
It's
tent?
probably too small to like fit comfortably
Yeah.
to sleep, but like we could still do it, I guess.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
I think it'd be
that's
really
good.
funny if we had a spell to make it bigger.
I mean,
the word.
several of us have done magic to make things bigger before, so we could just do that.
Yeah.
And that spell is actually still in play, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, we don't need to play it, but like I do like the idea of just like, okay, so the
Making
dino.
this
Yeah,
making the Dino
narratively,
5C
we can do this.
twice as big.
Tenzi. Yeah, Yara was just going to
Tenzi.
sleep on the ground.
Tenzi.
Woo! Brand names everywhere. Yeah, Yara was just going to sleep on the ground, but it's much cooler.
Mm-hmm.
Cece is playing some lo-fi beats to set up camp too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Like the little sizzle of like a campfire, and like
Moon is making some evening snack for us.
Stanley is going through the spell book that they stole from Marigold, and is drawing a picture of them and Marigold holding hands, going out as well.
Oh,
In the spell book, so like all those notes are completely fucked, but it's a cute drawing.
is there just some like idle chatter? I think Cece is like looking over Silkhat's shoulder and is just like, so did this book come with the hat? Are they a package deal? Like,
No,
what's up with these?
No,
I know you stole them both.
I didn't steal the book. It was gifted to me by my best
There's
friend.
a dude who called you thief. What about the dude who calls you thief?
What?
Is he doing that?
Thief is a nickname.
I don't think that's how nicknames work. That's not how nicknames work. I hate to tell you.
You clearly haven't grown up in the fairy kingdom. That's exactly how nicknames work. You do not want to use a person's real name.
See?
Wait,
You do not have to say anything. Thief is a perfectly valid nickname.
Yarrow knows.
it sounds like an insult. Okay, you know what? If we get back to the Lake of Runes, I'll go with you and we can ask the angry dude, about this fun nickname, because he seems too angry.
He's
Yeah, I don't know about that, but all the best safe names sound like insults. That's how you know they're safe.
Well, I'm sure he'll really appreciate it. Plus, he gave me the book. I mean, why would he give me a book if he didn't want me to like have it, you know? And he left it right beside him, within my arm's reach.
I think Cece just kind of like goes to wherever Finn is and is just like, I don't think Silk Hat understands how theft works, and I don't think Yarrow I think Yarrow was just being insulted for a lot of childhood.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably true.
I'm really worried about both of their self-esteem. I'm not gonna lie.
Should we go ahead and pull a problem card out?
Yeah, I think things are very peaceful, and it's nice, and it's time for something awful to happen.
Oh, the
Oh,
haunted
no.
past. Hey!
No. It's the haunting past. Christ.
Well,
Okay.
that's perfect.
It's
I love
great
this.
and wonderful, actually. So I
kid
think it's a kid show. So I think how the haunting past works, we're all sort of like just having a chill time. And I think Cece kind of remarks like, it's weird that nobody else is like camped up here. It's like kind of perfect. It's real flat. It's quiet. There's not like any wild wind or anything. It's calm up here. And then we find out why, because these salt cliffs are not like the reflection doesn't happen when rain hits it, right? Like when they're wet. The reflection happens when there are memories and pasts to be reflected. So as we all tuck in to go to sleep in the tent, the past comes back in ways we wish it would not. And everybody has just awful dreams and nightmares about bad times from their past.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's an unkind. Oh, that's very, very good. Simon in the chat says the salt is from bitter tears, and in fact, yes, these salt cliffs were just
Oh no.
They were
dried
very
out.
salty.
Just the tears of countless people in agony, in misery, and real sad.
Oh no.
Real sad.
So yeah.
Oh no. Should we?
Everybody want to say a bit
Should
of
we
like
talk about our nightmares?
Yeah, does everybody want to say a bit of like the nightmare, like the bit of the nightmare they have before everybody inevitably just like bolts awake, like ooh.
Mhm.
Ooh, Gail, that's a good point. Dream of their own awful past and maybe each other's.
Oh, is it all
Oh,
shared because we're all in the
Do our
same
dreams
tent?
blend into each other?
Oh no!
Oh god.
All of our worst memories interact with each other. Awful.
Oh, that's
Because
even
Cece
worse.
definitely involves being absolutely bodied in a rap battle,
Oh.
Oh.
just like a diss track to end her entire life,
Hmm.
her whole career gone.
Mhm.
Oh.
And she's like, it's like between kids though, because you know how kids will just say like the meanest thing and not even
Yeah.
care. They'll just be like, "You're terrible," and also I hate your mom, and it's like, why? So it's like that between 8-year-olds, and you just see Cece on the verge of tears.
Oh no.
Oh,
Afro puffs the size of her head.
I think Stanley's is from before he became So Cat Stanley. He was going to a magic academy of sort, and they were just terrible with magic to the point that like other kids would like start throwing spells at them and tie their shoelaces together, make them trip and fall, make their food float just out of reach. And Marigold was the first person to stand up, and maybe not stand up for Stanley specifically, but Marigold was like the one to say, you need to knock this stuff off because this isn't what you're supposed to use magic for. How dare you? And that's also how we find out Stanley stole the book. The book was right in front of Stanley the entire time.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Moon is dreaming about the kids in the village before Yarrow came back. And she is in the middle of a circle of them dancing around and chanting like weirdo and witch and creep at her.
Radiohead plays softly in the background.
Yarrow is in. I think it's reliving the time when Moon came to get them, where just this always weird place that didn't really fit in, but were being probably raised to be some kind of go-between between the worlds or something, and that felt very weird. And then this bubbly girl comes up and says like, "Hey, you're my sister. Come home with me." And it was just like instant belonging. And then Faye decided that Moon should stay, and I think this is a version of their escape that didn't go so well, or I think they just keep running and can't get away, or
Yeah. I think for Finn, this is like a memory that goes back to when they first started wearing dino onesies, and there was this older kid who was like wearing a cat onesie, and he was like, dinos. And like,
Rude!
Oh, kids say the meanest things.
They do. Wow.
So roll plus tears is correct.
So we all have these nightmares, and then those nightmares fucking dance into each other. And you got cat onesie kid who's starting to call Moon a weirdo, and then the mean rap battle kid is picking on Stanley, and just everything is everywhere, and we all kind of like bolt awake at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
What the everybody like scrambles out of the tent, and we just like go back out onto the flats, and they're like humming weirdly, and like now they're like perfectly reflective of the sky, and it's like very eerie and creepy, and Cece's like, okay, we have to disrupt the reflection. Oh, I know I read about this one. Okay, just mess up the salt. So the word I am going to play is burr, which adds grit. So I think Cece starts breakdancing to try to mess up the reflective surface.
Yes.
Love it.
Perfect.
I got one word. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, I am going to add Scintilia.
Yeah!
Not just Cece is breakdancing. We're all breakdancing.
hell yeah.
Suddenly. Like mad. I think like there's not very much alive in these flats, but every little critter and plant is also moving and going mad. And yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dance party. No problem, a dance party can't stop.
I think Silcat throws out the word callum, which is a word that creates a strong lightning storm concentrated in a single area. So basically they're adding a light show, and also the lightning storm itself is breaking up the salt.
Nice.
And it is a note on here that is crafted by a genius wizard, top of the class, signed Marigold Malastine.
Nice.
Great. I don't have anything to add this time.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
didn't really have anything either.
We've got a
All right.
pretty strong dance party here, though.
Yeah, that's legit.
Light show. All right.
We just got like a light show. It's just there's like a crack of lightning every time somebody strikes a sick pose. If all goes according to plan, let me roll the dice.
Moving to the next level, just... Oh, God.
Okay. I am rolling 3d6 with a Versatilia Callum! There's a
Yeah.
6!
Yeah.
We got a 6.
So yeah, everybody's just
Fire!
striking sick poses, lightning strikes behind, and then you're kind of like silhouetted by the lightning. And I think as we're like dancing, the sort of like when feet and hands and whatever else part of the body, breakdancing gets wild. Whenever that hits the ground, the dance movements end up sort of like carving, like brushing it, like carving it, scratching the runes of this spell into the salt cliff, and then like when it's finished being written out, one last lightning strike hits, and the all of the salt just kind of like there's like a glass shattering sound, and then all of the salts just kind of like. Now, see, I don't know. That went really well. I think if it were a weaker spell, I would have just said the cliff fucking breaks and we all start falling. But this one ended up. I'm not going to put us in physical harm's way just yet.
Maybe it breaks and we perfectly land without any harm.
Ooh, that would be cool. Maybe we
That
need
would
to
be
go like tomorrow.
Breakdancing the entire way down.
Maybe tomorrow we were supposed to like climb down this cliff, but instead it just kind of like rolls
Yeah.
us down like a slide,
Yes.
and we all land very cool.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect finishing pose.
Yeah.
Perfect finishing pose, and then the tent like slides in right behind us.
Yeah. I think secretly we had the things card look cool as shit. We had that as well.
Mhm.
So yeah,
What a
we
good
we
crew.
did it. And then there's just a group hug, and it's just like is everybody okay? That was sick, but before that it was kind of heavy. Is everybody cool?
Yeah.
I think we just see Stanley like grab the book and hold it closer and just kind of hug it.
I think Moon turns to Cece and is like, "Wait, that one move you did? Can you show me how to do that?"
Like all of the sleepiness from before is like gone because there were nightmare, panic, and then there was dancing, and now there's like residual hype from how sick that was. So yeah, we can dance it off until everybody's sleeping.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think I make a fire and wait.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so Burzad's great. Scintilia is a dance circle, and Callum with the lightning strikes. I think I am going to gift the lightning strikes to Moon for like learning how to just really make that pose like bam. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All
Okay,
right.
All right, I have to take that.
and I will take the location card.
And I will flip these upside down and throw them over here.
Nice.
No, I don't want to set a value. Stop doing that, Roll20. Okay. Now the next one up is
Me.
Moon.
Mhm.
Let's go. God. I'll flip out. Never mind.
I don't know if it's gonna let me make it bigger. No. I don't know how to make it bigger.
You click it and then drag one of the corners.
Maybe I'm not zoomed in enough to show the drag option.
There it is.
There, thank you.
Cool.
Oblivion, what was lost?
Sick.
Well.
Coming on the heels of the previous
Yeah.
card, that's ominous.
How did we go from the Salt Cliffs into Oblivion?
Who did all my PC and like.
No, okay, so we slid into this new area. And as we're walking through, it's like I'm imagining that it's like it's the land of where lost things go. So it's the place is called Oblivion, but it's the land where lost things go. So it's just like piles of objects and from like all worlds, basically anything that someone loses ends up here. colorful and precarious and many different sizes of piles, some neatly stacked, some just like, falling over. And it's like as far as the eye can see, basically. We have to wander between these piles of lost things.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's all of this stuff.
Hey, that's
Hmm?
that's the bracelet I lost.
What?
Min,
Sweet.
look, that's my bracelet, isn't it?
It is. Wait, jump up on my shoulders. You can grab it.
Oh man, I never thought I'd see this again.
Does that mean? Does anyone else see it? Anything that they know? That they remember?
Hmm.
I think there's like a slightly smaller robe that matches what Stanley has. And Stanley goes, "Those are my old robes. I thought they got thrown away." And they like gather them up and
Aw.
go and like immediately changes into them, and they fit better.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, I think the bracelet is like a friendship bracelet made for
Yeah.
when they first came back.
Mm-hmm.
Very good, very good.
I think Finn finds a giant dino plushie that they like lost at the amusement park. Like,
Oh!
Great.
Mm.
Also, I've been imagining that we're just like dragging our tent seat behind us now because it's like too big to really carry. So anything we find, we can just put on there and drag it along with us too.
yeah, we'll like get carrying the blanket energy. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy, what's a thing Stacey has lost? I mean, when we say lost, how physical, how tangible of things are we talking here? Because I think from that nightmare rap battle, she may have lost her like even though Moon thought Cece was trying to be mean, calling her Boulevard Sun. I think Cece has lost that that desire even to just really be mean to someone. She's not trying. She doesn't want to. She never wants to hurt anyone that much, and I think she kind of like sees that, or maybe there's like now a sort of like kind of weird gremlin version of Cece just kind of like poking out, like peeking out from behind a tower of things, just like punk.
Not love that back.
Ignore that. Let's keep going.
I hate that.
In that case, there's also definitely there's like laughter from behind a stack of stuff that then falls, almost hitting us. And we briefly see a version of Moon who is dressed in Fey clothes and is the version of Moon that would have existed if we had been in the Fey realm. And she just like disappears into another row, laughing.
Cece just kind of looks at Moon and with a face of just like, "Oh, you too?" I really hope we don't collab. Also, I'm not looking forward to that.
Oh, I can't believe we're gonna have a shadow rap battle with their own self.
Oh, Christ!
Moon shrugs and tries to pretend that it didn't bother her.
Okay, we're playing it cool. I feel that. Yeah, it's fine actually.
Yeah, just keep going.
No problem. That ain't no problem.
It's not a problem.
Speaking of problems, Should we pull out a problem?
Yeah,
What a better time when someone had said there's no problem.
Can someone make this bigger again?
Yeah, I
cannot
got you.
see this.
Whoop. Oh,
Deadly Beauty.
Oh,
Wah, wah, wah.
Concern.
Okay, so I think this is something in Oblivion that we come across. It is it's a giant flower that I guess someone lost in some world. And it is the most beautiful thing that any of us have ever seen in our lives. And it is like has this energy that's like drawing us towards it. And also it's a Venus flytrap.
Ah!
oh,
Oh no.
but like big enough to eat us?
But I think it's a Venus. It doesn't look like a Venus flytrap. It looks more like a snapdragon, but it's like giant.
Oh.
You know, it's a dragon flower,
Mhm.
and it also smells like absolutely like the best smell that you've ever smelled, and you just want to get closer to it. All of us want to get closer to it.
Oh my god, that is such a cool flower! Can we go look at it?
I agree.
Yeah.
I support this.
Oh,
Pretty cool. Yeah.
usually
This
nobody
is
ever
cool.
wants to look at flowers with me. That's
I want to
cool.
smell it. I can climb it. I want to smell it. And then as we like run up to it, it like starts to bend towards us.
Hi, flower.
Oh my gosh, look, it's a friend.
Oh, look at this
Can-
color.
You know what? I heard flowers like I heard plants like music. What if I rap for it?
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Do it.
Cece starts rapping. I cannot. I'm merely mortal.
The flower snaps up Cece,
Cool.
and now we should probably do some magic.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
No longer.
I'm just
silly.
imagining
I
the
don't
flower
like it.
yeah. We hear that from inside the flower, and Cece's feet just like kicking outside of its mouth.
Oh
You know.
God.
All right.
Just muffled.
What
I'm
do I
taking back.
have?
This is not dope.
What words? I don't think it. Okay. Neither of my words are very helpful for
And I'm
this
looking at my one word,
situation.
and I'm like, that's not gonna help.
Mine is, well, mildly. I
have
could
one that,
probably
like-
make it, but it's not ideal.
I can try to hit the flower with a lightning strike. That's the only one that could potentially do something.
I mean, that's pretty good.
That's
Cece
pretty
share
good.
that idea to hit the flower with a lightning strike?
Yeah, because wait, who was that in the first place?
That was Stanley's. That was Stanley word.
Stanley.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
my word.
So maybe because we just did that spell before, that's why Moon has the idea. It's like, oh, we could do this.
Oh, you know what? I think Cece from Inside the Flower is just like, somebody just like do something cool, and then it'll be like, wow, and then it'll spit me out.
Anyone have something cool they can do?
Okay, if that's the case, I might have one word. I might have one word that is something cool. I think Stanley like looks in the book quickly and starts scrambling and finds the word Cimarron. And Cimarron is basically the tale of an old legend that a herd of horses will come when a tune is whistled and will basically ride from any direction that you point them to.
Cool.
Hmm.
You're
Hmm.
gonna trample this flower with horses.
Yes.
Great.
Good.
I have Quadronius, and that
Giant horses.
yes, giant horses.
A giant flower. You need giant horses.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Or you could make
Problem,
the flower
bigger
really
creation.
small.
All right. Does anyone have anything to add to this?
Nope. I'm in a flower.
Unfortunately not.
Okay.
In it.
So Moon like stretches her arms out and closes her eyes and it's like Cimarron Quadronius, Cimarron Quadronius, Cimarron Quadronius, and we hear like the thunder of hooves in the distance. And does, and then someone else probably would be like, "Everyone get out of the way."
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Roll those
the
2 good D6.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, they crash. Yeah, they crash through. Jesus.
Only
They're
2.
huge.
Uh-huh. We got 6.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The horses like crash through and the flower like spits Cece out and Cece is able to like flip in the air and land on the top of a pile of stuff like perfectly
On
and
the tent.
Do
As
the
the
horses
rest of
eat the flower?
Pardon?
Do
yeah.
the horses eat the flower?
Yeah.
Big flower, big hungry.
Yeah.
And then they thunder off and leave like a bunch of dust. The dust settles around us, and we're all like looking up at the stack of stuff with Cece on top. Like, you okay?
Cece, it's a cartoon. Cece very much has the like swirly eyes of just like, what? I don't know what just happened, but I never want it to happen again.
That was a mean flower. They're
That's
not
a
usually
terrible
that
flower.
mean.
I mean, they're sometimes that mean.
Mm-hmm.
We got to keep
Yeah.
an eye out for Deadly Beauty in the future.
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get out of here. This was scary. I don't like it here.
Laughter of the other moon behind the stacks.
Oh no.
Evil Cece just from behind another pile of things, just like fool, clown.
Somewhere there's probably also a completely human Yarrow who just grew up in human land.
Damn.
There's this stupid serious fin somewhere. It's just like
Never.
very much a kid like in a 3-piece suit, you know, like
Oh no!
Oh
It's
my
a
god, it's a
child-
little
it's a-
kid just dressed up in a 3-piece suit.
A child in a 3-piece suit. What if Lost Finn followed in the family footsteps of like profane self-help?
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He's a child with life advice, like life coach in a suit.
Oh god.
yeah.
Like kindergarten life coach.
God, Christ.
I can choose not to give a card, right? Or should I always give a card?
Oh, you can choose not.
The current player gifts one of the committed words to another player.
Alright, it's only if you want to play the faster version then you
Okay.
You get rid of that, yeah.
Okay. I want to keep Quadrionis in play, so I'm gonna give it to Silcat.
Aw. What does Quadrionis do again? Make things
Makes
bigger?
things bigger.
I
Yes!
think change that size, right? Or
Oh yeah.
Increase the size or volume of a thing.
Oh, I love that.
Let me put it in the discard pile.
Yeah, and don't forget to take your card too. Whoop.
Oh yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Big.
Nice.
Okay, so now we go back around to my turn.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to be at the Desert of Lost Bones.
So many
Oh,
lost
no.
things. Oh God.
Why would
Why
Oh,
we made this?
I think don't play along in Oblivion.
why did we make this Desert of Lost Bones? What purpose does this serve? This wasn't a good aesthetic choice.
No, also,
Finn is having
I
the
know-
time
I
of
know
their
where all
lives.
The bones are. The bones are right next door in Oblivion.
I think Finn is having the time of their lives because there are a lot of dinosaur bones here. And they're just like, oh my god, this is the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Like, just like running around, looking at all the bones.
Oh, Devin makes a good point. Maybe they aren't actual bones. Maybe they're dice or dominoes.
Mm.
Oh.
I still like the idea of like you freaking Finn freaking out and going like, "Oh my god, look at all these dinosaurs!"
Yeah.
Because youth. And yeah, I think that's what we start wandering into. We start looking around, and it is just this endless landscape of beige and then bleached white bones. And you have the obligatory cow skull just sitting, and like a lizard comes in, goes through the skull bone, looks at us, and goes back out, or goes back in. And we're wandering around, and we're like, and at one point, Silk Hat goes, "Guys, I think we're going the wrong way."
Well, we don't.
Did we have
No,
a destination? We're just going on an adventure. Every way's the right way.
I don't know. It just feels like it's the wrong way.
Can be the wrong way. I just found I don't know dinosaur names. Brontosaurus skeleton.
Well, we found like a
Yeah.
weird giant plant. We found like a weird alternative version of Cece and Yarrow and Moon.
We're not talking about the CC's just doing the like hand across the neck, like we're not talking about that. It was just like maybe
Moon is looking determinedly
we'll
in
find,
a different direction.
yeah, maybe we'll find like the good stuff that we're looking for like in turns and just Finn's up first, because yeah, this looks like a Finn zone.
Yeah.
That's a dinosaur thing. That's probably also a dinosaur. That just screams dinosaur. Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they're all just bones.
Yeah, but like dinosaur bones.
Yeah.
You have bones too, still cat. Continues to run.
Also, we could use some of these to stabilize the Tensi. Get a bit more height.
I don't.
At that point, can like just from out of like one of these I always picture, because I am a modern person, I always picture like dinosaur bones with archaeological digs around them, because that's what they do. Like can like just someone like pop out from what, like we just see like one of those archaeologist ass hats pop out from one of these pits, and it's just like someone's like, excuse me, haha, did you just say you have bones?
Oh, I hate that.
Oh no!
I love it, but I hate that.
And then, like, clambering up out of this pit is an incomplete skeleton person.
Ooh.
In like rolled up jeans and a very dusty t-shirt, like, hello, good to meet you. Yes. Someone was speaking about bones. I have questions, inquiries, and wonderments about these bones. First and foremost, do you think any of them are mine? As you can see, some of them, well, I guess you can't see because this shirt and there's like 3 ribs missing. Huh?
So he just kind of looks over and goes, "I think we're good. We kind of just got here, so I don't know how we would have one of your bones."
Yeah, it's
Also,
also
the
kind
ones
of.
right here look a bit big.
Well, this is the Desert of the Lost Bones, so it seems like the best place to commence our search. Isn't that right? Barnaby, Barnaby! And then another skeleton just kind of like pokes out of another pit and just waves.
Guys, I
You see,
feel
me and my associate have been here for some time. We went to Oblivion first, but, well, there were no bones there. There was a flower, but it didn't seem to have much interest in us. And so we wandered over here, and, well, let's just say we're a little spoiled for choice now.
have you considered getting just a bigger bone and whittling it down to like a smaller bone?
What if somebody comes back for those other bones? I don't know whose these are. It seems a bit rude to meddle with someone else's bones.
Well, how long have you been here?
Who starts counting on fingers? You notice they're missing some fingers. Starts like kind of loops through the fingers a couple of times, and like they don't have like the emotive parts of a face, like eyebrows and stuff, but you can get a sense of real like.
Oh my god, they lost their eyebrow bones?
More. Yeah, they're counting for a while, and I think they kind of forget that we're all there. As this is Thaddeus gets lost in counting.
Base. As they're starting to count, I think that's when our problem gets introduced.
Cool.
And I think that problem is going to be this one. The fading wards. One word must be restorative or protective.
Oh no.
Well,
Oh boy.
I have restorative words. So.
That is good.
The eyebrow bones.
Are we going to do magic to help this skeleton find its bone?
Yeah, I think the other skeleton that was waving, at one point the arm just kind of flops over. And the other skeleton. Oh no, oh dear, oh no, oh dear. What's up?
What are the wards that are fading?
I think it's the wards that keep them ambulatory, you know?
Oh
Those
no.
wards are fading.
Oh no.
His arm just like flies off, and Thaddeus is just like, oh boy, oh dear, oh my, oh goodness. Well, you see, kind of like gets distracted from the counting because they probably lost count sometime. Oh, well, you see, point is, it's been a long time, and well, it would appear that some of the magics, I don't know if you've heard of it, magic, that's keeping us going, keeping the pep in our step is, starting to pep less. Ooh, and some of the bone losing. It's only making things worse.
It's only making things worse. Your friend just fell over.
Yes, that's worse.
Well, what if we just took some bones and just regrew them and just shaped them to your body?
Well, that also sounds like it would take an awful lot of magic, and well, you would just have to be a bunch of magical children now, wouldn't you? What are the chances of that here in the Desert of Lost Bones?
Well,
Sandy just immediately looks over at like Moon and Yarrow and kind of like goes, y'all are better at this than me.
I know just the thing. So.
Okay.
Oh, you don't say. Would you mind if we scooted on over towards Barnaby? It looks like he's having a bit of a hard time getting up.
Well, if the spell goes well, I think we'll be able to fix both of you.
Okay.
I'm all for it.
All right. And let's go ahead and figure out what spells we're doing.
So I have my last word that has not been used yet is good for this. If you don't mind me going first.
Yeah, go for it. It probably makes it easier for me too because I only have Quadranius. I don't think these guys need bigger bones.
So the word I have is Relbor, which is to mend a tear.
Oh,
So
that's perfect.
This will be to connect whatever pieces we find to put them back together.
Nice. I don't have any words that will help with this. I also don't think I have any words that will make things particularly worse, but...
I maybe have. I didn't think I had one, but it will actually work with this.
Ooh.
It's Mechinos, which is hedgehogs. So I think we can send out the hedgehogs to find the right bone.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
Perfect. Incredible.
I love this. Anyone else got anything? Well, actually, Finn, do you have anything? Because I don't. I only make things bigger now.
We don't need big hedgehogs either.
I've only one and that doesn't really fit, so yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to roll this last one. It's 2d6 now. And we kind of see Silcat look very uncertain and looking at the bones, and then sees like a stray hedgehog roaming the desert in the far distance and goes, Ralbor, Mechanos. And that one hedgehog turns into a dozen, and then 2 dozen, and we got a 5.
Okay.
Yeah,
That still works.
counts, right?
Yeah. I'll call this one still. Do we still want to go the new path alternate
Yes.
roll? Okay, cool. Then that means it's a success. Because we rolled a 5. So the hedgehogs basically turn into 1, into 3, into 5, into like 10, to a dozen, to 3 dozen. And they immediately start running out into the Desert of Lost Bones. Some of them start digging. Some of them are scrounging around on the surface. And eventually they come in. One of them brings like a bone that's too big, goes up to Barnaby, looks at the bone, looks at Barnaby, looks at the bone again, squeaks at another hedgehog. They both stare and and the other hedgehog shakes their head. And the other hedgehog just and starts pulling the other one back. And then another hedgehog catches them and goes and points with its nose, and they start chewing on the bone down to the right size.
Oh my god.
That's where Ralbor comes in.
Wow.
They mend and repair and fix bones by either finding something close to it or repairing it entirely. And these hedgehogs just scatter and it's not Barnaby, it's Theseus. No, that's a Hades character.
Thaddeus and Barnaby.
Thaddeus. How does Thaddeus react to all this? Because also Thaddeus is like having hedgehogs crawl up around them and like attaching bones as they go.
I think Thaddeus is like watching this with a mix of like, hope that the hedgehogs are more successful, and also delight because it's lovely just seeing this many living people in the Desert of Lost Bones. It seems like a place that isn't too frequently tread, and and then like having hedgehogs run all over them. I think Thaddeus is just kind of standing there like, if I had nerves, this would tickle.
Oh, I love them.
I have to point out this comment from Gay Alice. One skeleton said, "Oh, I love that metacarpal. Is that Gucci?" The other skeleton, "No, Bethany, it's Hedgehog." Oh my goodness. And yeah, God. So we had Rebor, which was to mend, and then Mechanos, which was Hedgehog. We need more Hedgehog. Yarrow, take that Hedgehog.
I'll take my hedgehog back.
Take your Hedgehog back.
Yes.
When all of the hedgehogs converge into a single hedgehog and it climbs into Yarrow's hair.
Yes.
Yes.
Millie shuffles to the side and makes some space for the hedgehog.
I love it. I love it. Oh my god. Okay. Stop doing that. There we go. Okay. So now we continue on. We all have just about one card left.
Yeah.
So let's see what our
Do-
last location is.
Do we want another break before? Actually, yeah. If we're on our last card, then we might as well.
Yeah, let's do the last card. We'll take a short break, and then we'll do locate. We'll do the
We'll travel back.
speechless prompt on the way back. So yeah,
Nice.
let's do the last location. I think it's
Yarrow's turn.
Yarrow. Thank you.
All right. Yeah.
I forgot everything about turn order.
Right. That's right. Can you draw one for me, please?
Yes, I can. So, your card is Whispering Ford. A secret revealed.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay. So from the desert, I think Barnaby and Thaddeus travel with us for a while. Probably.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're gonna stay here now that they've got their things fixed. And but I think after a while, we'll leave them. But they stay at a town, and we continue on. The landscape gets more mountainous. You can hear the sea, and it becomes this really rocky fjord landscape. And in the Whispering Fjord, we make camp there, I think. And then it just starts. And when the wind goes, when the wind blows the right way, it sounds like there's whispers everywhere.
Mm.
But it's a natural phenomenon until we really, on the edge of sleep, start to make out words. Whispers seem to whisper all of our secrets. Like that time I ate all the cookies and the house. And another weird night, I think.
Mm-hmm. Again, caused by the landscape around us.
Yeah, but it's not too repetitive. I think though, this time it's not just our secrets. This time it's also the sword that they're carrying.
Does the hat whisper anything more to Stanley?
The hat is probably whispering something.
Mm-hmm.
Does the bowl have secrets?
The bowls are made of secrets.
Ooh.
I think the hedgehog is definitely does something about their variable quantity. Magic is being revealed.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Yarrow's hair is so big. It's full of secrets.
Exactly. But yeah, I think we learn a lot about the gods that have been slain with this sword as well.
Mm.
So,
Oh boy.
it's maybe not quite as introspective as the last one.
Alright. So I
Do
went
we
ahead
have
and
a problem?
pulled a problem card. The Ancient One will soon pass.
Oh, is that a thing the sword tells us? Does it have plans? Like what's
Oh yeah,
what? What's up?
definitely. That's something we hear from the sword. What is the ancient? And is it pass, as in pass away, or as in come this way? Because that could be interesting.
Oh, what if is the Ancient One the the person who downed that first god statue?
Hmm.
Oh,
Are we
yeah.
about to meet the owner of this sword?
Slayer?
And or is the ancient one the Lich?
Oh! Yeah, the ancient one is the Lich, whose hat Stanley has.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
And that then it's definitely come this go the way instead of pass away because they already passed away.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming this way. Oh,
Is the Lich also the one who destroyed that god?
No, I don't think so.
I definitely think those are two different people.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Slayer's sword.
But we
wait.
do have
What
a
if
sword.
what if this is what it was all building to?
Yeah.
The sword was bringing us here for this showdown with the Lich.
Because the sword knows that it is meant to destroy things like that.
Oh,
Hell yeah. I love this.
yes. Perfect. All right.
Ugh.
Woof. Okay, so we hear that the Lich will come.
Do we think that happens here, or is that like a thing that's going to happen on the way back, and we just need to like prepare for it now? Do we have a training montage?
I think it will happen here, but I think we definitely and like preparing traps and like rocks at the top that we can topple down onto the ledge and stuff like that.
Practicing spells.
Mm-hmm.
We're preparing a battleground. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, planning hedgehog formation. All right.
Okay.
Showdown time.
What kind of
What is the
spell?
Lich and where is it and how does it appear?
Maybe we don't know until it's here.
I think
Maybe this problem is just like a warning for us. Yeah.
yeah.
Like we don't know exactly how it's gonna come at us or where from, so we just gotta like do any and everything we can to this zone to
But
like
it's
give
going
ourselves.
I have an idea.
going
I have an
to be-
idea.
Mhm.
So let me read this. Speechless. After the last words are used to cast a spell, no more cards are drawn. Each player takes an additional turn to share what they learned about magic over the course of the journey, and go around in reverse order, playing your location cards and describing what you see as you take the path home. When you arrive home, sit in silence, maintaining the silence. Every player writes a short phrase on their index card that start with "my words are blank" to indicate how their words have changed through sharing. What if us taking care of the Lich is us also going back through all the past locations?
Oh,
Ooh.
Seeing how they like.
Head.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the magic that we're doing here?
I think it's all the spells we cast as we go. It's us making the oh god, what are the ones we have left?
I've got a word that I think works well here. It's one of my elemental words that I haven't played yet.
Okay.
I think I like it for this Lich battle. Hedgehogs. Yeah.
Hedgehogs are gonna be there in some way.
Roll a send, please.
What if
What is your elemental word? Right.
Sorry, no, Roll20 is kind of stalling for me. Sorry, Cole?
I was gonna say, what if it's just like the hedgehogs rise up and are holding back the Lich as we're heading back? And then it's just like then in Oblivion it is making the cavern bigger so it takes the Lich longer to get through, and like we kind of keep going from there, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, also like I think we can probably just cast this spell now and then see how it takes us back.
yeah, and we'll take turns going through each location as we go.
Yeah. But I think we definitely have a strong starting spell here because we're not.
Yeah, we should use all of our things that we have left.
Yeah.
Ooh, what is this one?
The word I have left is drawer, which is the being transfixed, staring at a fire. So I think Cece's just setting up a bunch of like little fire things, like when the lich steps in a certain spot, like just a gout of flame will just shoot up in front of them, kind of like a geyser, and they'll just be like stuck staring at it, so that somebody can like swipe them from the side.
I would like to play Callum, and can those geysers be shooting lightning instead of fire?
They sure fucking can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
God, how do I use this card in this instance? The last word I had was Hinda, which is to make your own home.
Oh.
Ooh.
Which is difficult to use in this instance, I guess.
What if we're like
That can be
making
the very
this
last thing that
area
happens.
like our sort of home turf advantage?
Oh yeah, like we're like
Yeah, because we've been staying here for a week.
yeah.
Hell yeah. So we'll kind of pass up the whispering forward, and I imagine what this looks like is us seeing the Lich kind of. It is. Oh god, is it the Undead King from Dark Souls 3? I imagine it's like that.
I do not know what that looks like.
It's a boss battle you see in Dark Souls 3 where you touch a skull goblet, and then you get teleported to like a place of complete darkness, and all you see is a giant skeleton.
Oh, scary. You know what I'm picturing is almost like when it is, whatever the time that the sword told us, like, all right, fight night, let's go. Silk Hat's hat just gets like blown off by a breeze or something, and just like floats over in front of us, stops, and then just like the Lich kind of like
emerges
out of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I love that imagery. Yes.
That's good.
And
it's got like ropes or something. The Lich.
Hell yeah.
Like, flapping in the wind. All the secrets are being whispered around.
Yeah.
This Lich has been with us this whole time, so it knows how to mess with us. But
Oh yeah.
We've also been preparing, stealing ourselves.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna roll the 5d6 and we're gonna see what happens next.
Ah,
There's a 6 on the board.
There are 6 on the board.
got it.
I want you to know I have basically every number except 2.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You
But
only
all
have
that
5
matters
dice,
is
so
that 6. Look at that. Oh, thank you for pulling that up on the screen. God, it's so good. Okay. So we immediately, Silkat realizes their hat was possessed. And Stanley looks up and goes, "This wasn't supposed to happen. We need to go. And starts running and immediately starts tries to get everyone else to start moving too. I guess that's where we start getting the Jor and Callum spells to hold back.
Yeah, when the Lich starts to chase us, it starts like triggering these burst spells in front of it.
We cut through the Desert of Bones, seeing Bones start to move and become ambulatory. Thaddeus, go ahead.
No, I just think with the Quadrianus was size, right? So we've now got horse-sized hedgehogs riding them.
Oh hell yeah!
They're carrying us.
Horse-sized hedgehogs are like barricading the way for us, and there's like at one point one quick joke cutaway to like help lighten the pressure of the scene, where it's just like a throwaway line between two hedgehogs, where it's like they're getting ready to square up with the Lich, and they're talking and subtitled underneath it. It's like, I can't believe we both are going through this together. And it's like, yes, I know. I love you. I love you too. They attack the Lich together at free strength, but we don't know what happens to them.
Oh no!
Their last lines are just into eternity, and then it gets back to us.
Yeah. I think there's definitely also a contingent of hedgehogs that just tries to pin down the lich's robes with their spikes. What are they called? Prick.
Adela, could you give me a description of what we see and what happens as we run through Oblivion?
Yeah, do people want to put their location cards back up on the screen so we remember where we're at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I did Desert Bone. So when you do them, flip them down so we know what they're done with.
Do I have Oblivion up? I can't.
You have Oblivion here. It's still in your hand.
It's in your hand, so you just got to drag it onto the mat.
What am I dragging around right now?
You are
That
dragging
is
my
cold
card.
card. That is
Got
cold
it.
card
Okay.
binding.
I was confused. All right. Sorry, I cannot see what's happening. As we run through Oblivion, the flower's not there anymore. Flower can't do anything. Oh, but the shadow versions of Moon and Cece and who else had a shadow version there?
Finn.
Yarrow. Yarrow.
And then Yarrow too, yeah.
I think that they are like, they're not going to purposefully help us, but they are going to, if the lich is chasing us, they are going to, the lich is going to be confused and think that they are us and chase after them instead.
Oh, and these are the ones of us who will like fuck up this lich.
Yep. Uh-huh.
I think like shadow version of Finn shows up near the lich and it's like, sometimes in life, when you're running, you need to stop for a bit and wonder what you're running towards.
Maybe what you're running from.
Perfect.
What is Mean Moon's instrument of choice?
I mean, it's still bagpipes, but it's like they're like the most screeching, loudest, highest pitched, like discordant, just drone of bagpipes.
Great, and Mean CC is doing just a devastating diss track over that. About to end this witch's whole career.
Oh, I love it. What's our next card after that? I
would be
mine, which is
the
the Salt Cliffs. So I think because we kind of collapsed part of the cliffs, I think the hedgehogs, we kind of stumble here a bit because it's hard to get footing because they're also kind of crumbly. And maybe the lich starts to catch up with us here. But the hedgehog, like we do make it back up and over the, I mean, it's really more of a hill now. So salt hills. And we're just trying to like, I think Cece is saying like, everybody scoop up some of that salt. We might need it later. You know. I don't know if liches count as ghosts, but some things hate salt, and maybe this lich is one of them. Maybe it has high blood pressure. I don't know. That's as we go through Salt Cliffs. Everybody scoops salt. Cece puts them in her
hat. Wait, doesn't your hat have a giant hole across the top of it?
No, that's like sewn up. It's like a solid hat.
Okay.
We'll flip that card and put it in a goodbye zone. Okay. Who next?
Okay. Back to the Tunes of Data Class. Yeah. Let's make it bigger. And I think like Finn's family is throwing a big dance party again because like they're the last one was really cool.
Yeah, has not stopped. Yeah.
I think it's just like.
No, I just meant do they involve the lich in a conga line or something?
Yeah.
I just can't get away.
Yeah,
it's like the scene. It's the scene in The Grinch, but it's the lich that's like being forced to do a conga line.
Yeah. God.
Oh my god, I love it.
Oh
That's
my
very
god.
good.
Good. Great.
Uh,
All right, Yarrow.
Yeah, we get to Godfall Canyon,
God Flat Canyon.
God Flail Canyon, and yeah, I mean, the god is still, just standing there. The top half is looking out, and it's just flailing at everything. And I think Yara just tosses it the sword. And I mean, it's a tiny sword in the hands of this god, but still, starts poking at the lich, and I think messes it up pretty badly as we run down the river.
Can we just like throw the tent in the river and hop in it and sail down?
Yes.
Yeah, a raft.
For this
Oh,
last bit
yeah.
in the river.
Rafty.
Hell yeah. So that
Whoever-
brings us to the Diamond River,
Mhm.
Yeah.
which I think, I think what we start to see is the fish are now trying to eat the birds. They're still defying expectations.
No.
Uh-huh. And
Dude, fish
we see
start
this, and
to
the
eat the
fish jump-
lich.
Yeah. At one point, the hedgehogs are standing so they can actually just like walk across the water, and we're just like hanging onto the spines and being carried across the river in that way. And some of the fish are jumping up, and some of them are just like slapping the lich with their fins.
Oh, that is beautiful.
And we finally make our way all the way back to the Lake of Runes,
Oh,
where I think that's
I
where
haven't-
Hinla will come in effect.
which one was Hinla again? What's that do?
A home.
Oh, nice.
To make your own home, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I have an idea.
Yeah.
I have an idea for how we dispel the lich.
Mm-hmm.
If Hinla is home, then I think like we all kind of like scatter among all of the rune lakes, all of the rune ponds, right? And maybe this lich was also isekai to this world, and so they kind of like just gravitate to the lake they came up in, the pond they came up in, and then we all kind of converge on them there, and we just throw the salt we have into the water because highly salinated water is like heavier than fresh water, and so it just sinks the lich back down into the lake, and that's how they get back to their home plane.
No.
Hell yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
Now then, when you arrive home, sit in silence, maintaining the we're not going to do that part, but every player writes a short phrase on their index card that starts with "my words are" to indicate how their words are changed through sharing. So we're going to take a quick little short moment just to figure that out.
Mm.
While you guys are figuring that out, I just want to go ahead and continue a quick little shout out. I would like to thank Roll Plus Bond for allowing us to be able to play a wonderful game live on stream like this. I would like to thank Dylan Grinder for designing and creating this game. Please continue, and thank you for everyone so far for contributing to the Native American Rights Fund, for doing so much good work on that front and allowing us this opportunity to raise funds and awareness for you. Yeah, and also shout out to Hilarity Art on Twitter and also the Hilarity on Instagram for this wonderful centerpiece we have here. Well, I'm going to take these cards out of the way so I can show this off again. Get out of here, Ancient One. You're no longer my problem. Oop. Now I have all the magic. But yeah, this was a wonderful piece that she designed, and I'm just really appreciative of everything she put into this. Stick around for the next game. We're going to have a group playing Songs from the Dusk by... Oh god, I brag about them all the time. Kavita Perduri, there we go. Designed by Kavita Perduri. And it is a Forged in the Dark game, and it is really cool. I highly recommend checking it out. Yeah. So how do y'all's words look so far? Do y'all have your ideas?
I'm Gucci.
Mhm.
I
Kinda
like mine,
blanking,
but I
but-
don't have an explanation for it. So, yeah.
Okay. So I'll
Oh
start.
wait.
You need a little more time?
Okay. No, I got it.
All right. Here, I will start it off. SoCal Stanley comes to the realization that their words are apocal with friends. They're significant, they're important in the hands of the right people.
Hmm.
Yarrow, whose words previously were from nothingness, now finds that their words are for inspiration. Because it's not nothing. And they don't have to come up with sick beats from Sissy and Dinosaur looks thin, and it's just, yeah, all together.
Oh yeah.
I think my words are like reimaginative, and it's a very full, but I think they're about like thinking of other things, how things could be, you know, and like seeking that change. Yeah, of like turning a boring family gathering into a sick dance party, and
Looking sick as shit.
yeah.
Being loud. Don't forget that one.
Defying expectations.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Excellent. Cece's words used to be elemental, and now they are remixed. You know, she didn't come up with them herself. She learned them from books, and she, you know, flipped them and chopped and screwed them, and then seeing what other people do with them is very cool, and you know, just more inspiration for how to keep changing things.
Nice. And Moon's words were restorative, and now my words are influential. Because I was able to influence several things to happen throughout the game, whether it was giving people energy or making people dance or making the lich stare at the lightning with the help of Cece. Which I realize now makes me potentially on the path towards what Finn's parents do.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Influencer.
Oh god.
So, do you work on your album, your collab album now?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
We get back, you know, before everybody scatters to their wherever they're going after the Lake of Runes, whether they're going home or to some other world they're not from, or just exploring more here. Yeah. We just put in like a week in the studio, in the lab,
Mhm.
hang it out. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Because
think
because my words are influential, then many people will hear the album.
yeah, I think Yara definitely hangs out in the studio during the mom.
Hell yeah. I love this.
Speaking of raps, I have
Yes.
one.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
go for it.
Oh, okay. Well, I am not a rapper. I'm not a professional, but thank you all so much. Sorry, water. Okay. The sorceress name is CC Sweet. The rappinest wizard on these magical streets. Know the vibes are strong. When I'm with my clique, won't catch us slipping on or off the beat. Opposition go away, all the haters get back. We're the best to ever do it, and that's a fact. No more old school magic. The new wave is rap with the crew, Yarra Moon, Finn, and Silk Hat.
Oh,
Whoa!
And I know
Okay.
you can see me, but it's imperative that you know that I just hit a really cool B-girl pose at the end.
Amazing!
yeah.
Incredible.
Incredible.
Fucking incredible. Oh my god. Like, not to.
Wow!
I love this. I love this so much.
Hell
Twitch flipper.
So good.
Y'all, that is Spoken Magic by Dylan Grinder again.
Wow.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm clipping that right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Hold on. Sorry. Okay, I got very distracted. So yeah, that was Spoken Magic by Dylan Grinder. Holy shit, I love it. This was a really fun game. Thank you guys so very much. Please continue to donate to NARF and check out Dylan Grinder's game, which is in the link here, I believe. Game. Yeah, there we go.
it'll show up.
I am once again joined by Ely. Yeah.
Illy is right. Hi. Thanks so much for joining. Thank you for the hilarious chat. Keep us going. If you want to see 3 tweets a year, you can find me at HighFabily on Twitter. That's HYPHABE. Or you can find my tiny single game at illy.itch.io, or you can find me on the server and hit me up for games. Play.
Oh yeah. I'm also joined by the wonderful Cindy.
Yeah.
I looked at Finn. I
was very confused for a second there.
I looked at Finn and I looked at Cindy and went, "Yes, put those two together."
Cindy.
I need coffee.
You can check out the video games that I've made and hopefully at some point tabletop games at cindy.fun. That is CINDI. And that's also, if you want to catch the next game I'm in, I'm also in the For the Honor game tomorrow at 4 a.m. EST or 10 a.m. CET, which is a lot more reasonable.
It sounds more reasonable for Cindy than we think. So yeah, I'm also joined by Chris.
I've been Chris, resident rapper.
Yes.
You can find me on Twitter at KNALLISO. I mostly retweet other people's things, and every now and then I draw swords.
They're very good swords.
They got better. They started shaking. But yes, I'm on there. I do that, and also I'm on the Roll Plus Bond server again, gaming.
Mm-hmm. And finally, I am joined by Adela.
Hi, I'm Adela. You can find me on Twitter at Aredel, ARETHEL __, and you can find the games that I write at flowerfay.itch.io.
And again, I am Cole, aka Ice Cold Brew. You can find me on Twitter or Instagram at Ice Cold Brew, or on Twitch at Ice Cold Brew as well. And of course, the wonderful art piece that you guys get to enjoy and see is done by my wonderful partner Hilarity, who you can find more of her work at www.hilarity.com. And yeah, I think from there we're going to take a minute. We're going to get the Songs from the Dust people set up, and we'll be back with them in about 20 minutes. I was about to say 3 o'clock, and I'm like, that's not right. That's Central Standard Time.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time for everyone. Get to have get something to eat, maybe. Drink some water.
Yeah, get some water, take a break, and relax a little. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you for being a part of this group and letting me
Thank you, everyone.
Story. Yeah.
I had so much fun.
Me
Thanks,
too.
guys. This was so much fun. Y'all have a great day. I'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.